Alright, hey guys. Let's see. Trying to see how it looks on the layout. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just checking how it looks like on the layout. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Let's see what the title screen. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Hey, Grudo King. Yeah, everyone's here. Alright, you know what? Let's get started. So, okay, let me go catch up on chat a little bit. Give me a sec. And then we'll start the game. Okay, yeah, I tried changing the audio in accordance to what people were asking. I think only Dr. Gordon had any issues with it being a little quiet. So I turned it up a little bit. I'm not sure if he's still here, but Dr. Gordon, you were the one who was asking for it to be a little bit louder. Is it sufficient now? Hey, the Cross Knight. I think it sounded good, but it's a tad lower than you. You mean like it's... Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a little bit quieter than me. Let me try to listen to it on my end for a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. And then we'll start the game. Okay, so turn it up a little bit. I'm not sure if he's still here, but Dr. Gordon, you were the one who was asking for it to be a little bit louder. Yeah, I don't hear the game. I don't hear the game. Unless, I don't know, because like on my end, I don't hear it at all. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. But if you guys are saying it's okay, then... Yeah, I mean, this song that plays on this map is fairly quiet, if that's what you're saying. It's not, like, extremely, you know, audible. But, if when we start the map, you're like, yeah, it's too quiet, then I can turn it up. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is gonna be a FE3 Ironman. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm not as used to playing the SNES games, so they do run a bit slower, fair warning. They do run slower, so animations will take a little bit longer. I think I saw something that happened to you, Aries. You're being set up into an arranged marriage or something? I didn't see the full gist of it, since I only noticed a little bit of it when I was about to go live. But, let's see. Will you be playing book 1 or 2? 2. I'm going to be playing book 2. Okay, so we're going to be playing book 2, which is what most people mean when they are referring to FE3. For those curious, because I know FE3 is a game that people are a little bit... They know less about the game. So FE3 and its remake FE12, which is only a remake of book 2, by the way. Book 1 is pretty much just a retelling of the events of FE1 or Shadow Dragon, or pretty much any iteration of the original Marth game. So we're not going to be playing that. Pretty much what book 1 does is it's like a very watered down version of the original. It's very easy. Very, very easy. And it's has a lot of it cut out. There's a lot of chapters that are just completely cut out of the game. I think it's only 20 chapters as opposed to 25, so you get the idea. If you told us super frustrating, yeah, but FE3 is not that much so. It's got some frustrating moments, but it's not too bad. Wants Ares to be a groomer. Yeah, didn't I see something about, like, she wants Ares to be married to, like, some girl who's currently, like, 3 or something like that? It's really strange. I don't know why, particularly, why his grandmother wants him to marry that. Tales of Berseria. Is it related at all to Trails? The Trail? No, that's a different series, isn't it? I always mix them up because they sound similar. Let's see. They cut Wooden Cavalry. My favorite chapter in Hard 5 of Shadow Dragon. It frickin' sucks. But anyway, let's get going. By the way, I'm actually playing this with a GameCube controller because I got a GameCube controller adapter, so I'm actually using a GameCube controller for this. It's pretty nice. Talking about a real arranged... Yeah, he's talking about a real arranged marriage. After 5 long years locked in battle against the Dollar Empire, the conflict that came to be known as the War of Shadows has ended. With the defeat of the Earth Dragon King Medius, the war that had been brought so much suffering to the people of Arcaneo was finally over. The warriors who gathered under the Fire Emblem roll credits returned to their homelands and began the arduous task of rebuilding what was lost. All of the 7 kingdoms of Arcanea was hit hard by the war, some worse than others. Grust and Gra had fallen to ruin, with few left to pick up the pieces. Altea, Aurelis, Talus, and Macedon suffered deep scars that would not soon heal. Even the great kingdom of Arcanea was undergoing heavy reforms and restoration efforts. Truly, the war had touched every corner of the world. But it was during this process that an event of great importance occurred in the hallowed halls of the Arcanean Palace. Oh hey, it's Maki. Haven't seen you in a long time. Title mentioned game over. Yeah, pretty much. I can't keep up with all that. Do you guys think I should play out the story, or should I skip the cutscenes? Because normally I skip the cutscenes, but like FE3 and FE12 are games that just a lot of people have not played. And I feel like people will be pretty confused if I skip the cutscenes. But I mean, I guess it's up to them. I mean, this is still an Iron Man. My parents have offered to give me an arranged marriage, but they haven't, it's not like something they've forced. They've just said, we can look for a woman if you want. They haven't arranged a marriage for any of me or my siblings. I thought I was getting too pretty for its own good. Oh, that's great. I haven't even started the game yet, and belts are getting pinned. 1 year has passed since the War of Shadows has ended, and the continent was already on the steady path to recovery. Through the efforts of Prince Marth and company, his war-torn homeland of Altea had regained a semblance of peace, however tiring. Marth's ever-faithful aide, Maladus, had taken ill and retired, with the veteran knight Jagan filling his shoes as the prince's new advisor, who was also retired from being, you know, a unit. Having been away from home for so long, the prince was glad to have help in navigating the political landscape of the 7 kingdoms. During this time, Princess Sheeta of Talus was welcomed into Altea, for she and Martha were to be wed. Their love was infectious, as the citizens of Altea shared in their joy with much anticipation. Truly, things had never looked brighter. But dark tidings would inevitably dim their spirits. Just before the wedding, a letter arrived from the Arcanean Palace. Penned by Emperor Hardin himself, hey, that's me! It issued an imperial order to the prince. To my friend, Prince Marth, I require Altea's aid in a matter of imperial stability. Arcanea is currently occupying the lands of the former kingdom of Grust. A rebellion of loyalists has broken out therein. The Arcanean army is stretched thin across multiple kingdoms and lacks the manpower to deal with such a large revolt. Therefore, Altea shall march to our aid in quelling the loyalists. Please mobilize all able forces and leave as soon as you are ready. Signed, Holy Emperor Hardin of Arcanea. I pay $5 to kill Hardin in this game? Yeah, it's gonna cost a lot to kill him. This news was troubling indeed for Marth. He knew of General Lorenz. The current regent was a good man and well loved by the people, but he had little time to ponder the how or why of the situation. Arcanea was Altea's fatherland, and its orders were absolute. As unfortunate as the timing was, Marth ordered the knight Cain to command the defense of Altea and organized his remaining forces. Please come along. This is not a trap, by the way. No, definitely not. With Jagan by his side, they began their expedition to Grust, and so too did the wheels of fate begin to turn. So yeah, they just throw you into map 1. Like, FE12 is really bad about this. There's like a 8-chapter long prologue, and then finally you get to start. FE3 doesn't do that. They just start from here. Rust at last. I never imagined returning here under such circumstances. Jagan, is that the rebel fort we're after? I can't tell. All I can see, common bandits running amok. I just saw the Occupation Army's commander, General Lang, a minute ago. You'd best ask him for the details. Lord Marth, it's about time. What kept you? I've already dealt with most of the rebels while I was waiting for you to show up. All that's left is that lone fort in the mountains. But since you've been so kind as to finally arrive, I'll leave it to you. Inkling. Once that old fool Lorenz has been taken care of, his pitiful rebellion will lose what little steam it had left. What did you say? Is Lorenz leading the rebellion? But that can't be right. Why would he rebel now of all times? Who knows how the dotard thinks? He's well past his prime as a mere soldier, let alone one wise enough to lead a country. But whatever excuses he's fabricated in his head, what matters is that he's in possession of Grust's young prince and princess. Perhaps he dreams of restoring the kingdom of Grust to its former glory. Even he must know how ridiculous it sounds. And now he'll face the consequences of those dreams. He'll rue the day he sought to oppose the Holy Empire of Arcanea. Now then, you have your mission: kill Lorenz and capture the 2 children he's sequestered. Am I understood, Lord Marth? My forces and I will deal with the remaining rebel soldiers. They can't be allowed to flee, lest they sow the seeds of future revolts. General Lang, wait, just what are you planning to do with them? They've lost the battle. They can at least keep their lives. Oh no, that simply won't do. Those Grustian twits have made their bed, and now they must lie in it. First, the rebels will die, then their families and any co-conspirators who helped them too. We're in North Korea right now. They must be made an example for all to see. And the villages that hid them as well must go. We'll burn them to the ground and scatter the ashes to the wind. I'm joining the rebellion, so it tells me Lorenz is in the right. Okay, the Lorenz man. This Lorenz is better than the one in Folden, though. He's funnier. Oh, it will be most entertaining. Why? What did we do to deserve this? Oh, stop killing us! Ha! As if they're innocent. I can almost see the tears on their faces as their actions finally catch up with them. It will be glorious! Ha 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 ha! That's barbaric madness. How could you dare? How dare you talk about your fellow man that way? Barbaric? Now you listen here, boy. The Emperor sent you here to follow my orders, not to question them, understand? Or are you planning a revolt of your own, Is Altea no longer satisfied with the gracious aid Arcanea has provided? Because if that's the case, well, Lorenz can tell you how such folly is likely to end. Have I made myself clear, boy? I'll take your silence as a yes. In fact, I'd like to keep you silent. Just shut your mouth and do as I say, like a good little soldier. Because that's what you are to me, boy. Yes, back in your homeland, you might have some fancy prince. You might be some fancy prince, but that means nothing to me. You backwater Altea, your backwater Altea is insignificant compared to the full might of the Empire. A mere pup yipping in the face of a lion. We have no cause to deal with such an annoyance yet, but keep it up, and Arcanea will eviscerate you in an instant. Chicken, what in the world is going on here? How can Hardin make such a horrid man in general? Such rats often have a way of weaseling into positions of power, unfortunately. He hails from one of the Arcanea's noble houses, but he bent the knee to Dollar during the previous war. Rumors around him robbing his own subjects to line his pockets, but of course now he pretends to never like Dollar to begin with. I imagine he's extorting Grust's people in the same way. It's easy to see why Lorenz would rebel. Any good person would do the same. Chaykin, how can you be so nonchalant about this? We must inform Hardin at once before any more innocents are hurt. I understand your feelings, sire, but we're not in much of a position to do that at present. Hardin, how did that become a mod? What would have chat ask whenever a Chimera goes on a tirade? Which mod is Lang? Good question. He came here on Hardin's orders to quell the rebellion. If we immediately turn around with more questions, it would reflect poorly. Whatever the case, Lawrence did start this rebellion and we must deal with it, but we needn't use such violent methods as Lang, of course. We can talk to the citizens rather than gutting them on sight, hear them out, and we'll learn the truth behind this mess. And unlike Lang, Lawrence knows you personally. I'm sure if you speak with him, he'll explain everything. He might know us, but not as men. I don't want to fight them if I can avoid it. You needn't worry, sire. The rebel soldiers have largely fled. Lawrence is the only one left, guarding that fort and royal children inside. These bandits are merely using the chaos of the rebellion to plunder as they please. Not that they're a concern for our knights, of course. Aaron could fell them in a single blow if needed, and Gordon and Doga are used to active combat, let alone you, Slayer of the Shadow Dragon. However, we've also got a fair share of new recruits in our ranks from the 7th Platoon. Kane trained them well, I can attest, but training is far different from a real battle, which they've never experienced. To them, even common bandits are relatively strong foes. Lead them with care, sire. They will naturally want to fight more and get stronger, but you mustn't push them too hard. Alas, I would join the fight if I could, but I'm old! And so I'll be staying at your side and act as your tactician, just like Malgus used to do. That's good to hear. Knowing that I'll have your support is always a comfort. I'll need it for today's task. Indeed. Now, let's get this over with now, sire. We have work to do. Okay. So, now the map theme is playing, chat, how well can you hear the music? If it's too quiet, I can turn it up. But, while I wait on chat, we're gonna go check out our units. So we got Marth. Yeah, he's the main lord. Okay, I'm still getting used to the controls. I'm used to the Thracia controls. So yeah, he's pretty solid. He's pretty solid. He's pretty good in this game. Let's see what else. We got our Cavs, Luke, and Cecil, who replays Canon Abel. It's not to say that Canon and Abel aren't in this game, but we don't get them for a while. It's a little low. Okay, well, I'll turn it up then. I had to send a meme? Oh, you already sent a meme, okay. Dang, we haven't even really began the game and you already sent memes, okay. So yeah, this should be a lot better now, because I turned it up a fair bit. Of course, we got Gordon, and we got Ryan. Ryan is his little brother. Now, I don't remember how they are in FE3, but I recall one of them actually being pretty good in FE12, but I don't remember which one. Puke and Cesspool. What a wonderful Casaurus. Puke and Cesspool, okay. And then we also got Roderick. Oh yeah, you have a third Cav in this game that you just start out with. I don't know why. Yeah, we get Roderick. He's kind of mid. Right. But then, everyone's favorite Doga, the original Boars. I really want to use this guy just because the fact that in this game, due to dismount, mount and dismount, it's not like in Three Houses. Like, you guys might be familiar with the Three Houses mount and dismount. In FE3, indoor maps are dismounted. So if you're stuck in an indoor map, your guys are pretty much locked to swords. Except for Doga. Doga and Sheena are like the only two units that can use lances inside of castles. So yeah, he's good for that alone. Just the fact that you can use lances where no one else can. Now, I should note, weapon triangle is not a thing in FE3. It's not introduced until FE4, but still, it is nice to have lances. Since swords kind of suck. Was Roddy? Yeah, Roddy doesn't really sound like a medieval name, honestly. Something cripples your mounted units. Yeah, it does. It really hurts them. It hurts them a lot. A veteran archer and a Draugr. Yeah, Draugr. And of course, you're Jagan. Jagan is old and retired, so instead we get a man dying of cancer. I'm not joking. Like, this guy is actually dying of cancer or something. Like, his growths absolutely suck. They might be worse. I don't know in this game, but I know in FE12 they're like worse than Gunter's. Yeah. He may have the worst growth in the series for our unit. I think it's like 0 across the board, because he's just like dying of cancer, so he doesn't actually have really good growth. But for right now, We can't have Jiggy, he's old, but Cancer... Yeah, exactly. The logic doesn't really make much sense to me. It's like, oh, but Cancer Man is okay. So anyway, this is the first map. We go through these guys, and then the boss is, Lorenz over here, who doesn't even have a proper weapon on him. Okay. So yeah, this map is pretty easy. I think there's some reinforcement thieves that can appear through here. It's still not too bad. The Elliowood Affliction, yeah. Yeah, Elliowood was just dying of cancer, that's all it was. So yeah, these guys all have iron axes, they're not too bad. He's got super cancer? Super cancer, it's not as bad in book 1. Wait, he had it back in book 1? I didn't know that he had it back in book 1. I thought he only had it in book 2. Give leg special I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, like, Aaron needs that. For canonical reasons. Yeah, Inkling, Belt beat you to it. Looking way older and more base on our call. Because he is way more base in the Fodlandian version. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know what Cross Knight's saying. I know that he, you know, had cancer. Or whatever sickness he supposedly has. But I didn't realize that was a thing until he was, until the, you know, the sequel. Being one of your units in the cave. That might be true. That might be true. I'm trying to see, what is their damage output? These guys do 13 damage, okay. So that means that each hit is... It's a bit. We could try to go kill some of these guys, I suppose. Alright, Steel Bow, let's go... How much does it... Hold on, how much does that do? That is 16 damage on what? Okay, yeah, it's 13. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We could probably get a kill on this guy. Alright, let's go. I love this attack theme. FE3 has really good music. So we gotta do 11 damage to this guy. Be it cancer or tuberculosis, he's a dead man walking, and it's manly of him, but sad. It is sad. It is sad. Do we double? 0 attack speed. Wow, I'm so glad. Does anyone actually have an attack speed stat? Oh, you definitely do. Although summons is not exactly the ideal answer, but we could probably do it. I mean, I don't think she's gonna die to this. At least I hope she doesn't. Yeah, Cecil is like the offensive Cav, but she's not really that defensive, so she melts pretty quickly. Oh, nice. I swear, I remember in FE3 you crit a lot. I could be misremembering. Good job, Cesspool. Okay, let's take a look here. Martha's really good. Martha's really good. You better believe me, Martha's freaking good. Wait, that's a lady? Yeah, it's a woman. Well, it's a woman, just like a very tomboyish one. So yeah, Ryan, if I remember correctly, is not that good. He's okay. How does Luke? Why does no one have... Oh, to be fair, you have a javelin equipped. My feminism card is being revoked. Yeah, she probably could be good. I'm not saying she can't be. First crit of the day, yeah. How do you do? 18 damage is pretty freaking good. 18 minus 3. That's almost a kill. That is almost a kill. And with 11 defense, that means you're not going to be taking a lot of damage. Let's go to look. I think we can do it. I know he doesn't kill, but hey, still does decent. You qualified for one in the first place? Oh, nice. Good job, Doga. Just dodging. Very nerfed in FE3 as their high... I assume you mean weight is literally 20. Yeah, that really does suck. That's pretty janky, not gonna lie. That's pretty crap. I mean, we could try throwing a javelin. I'm not saying we should, but I'm saying we could. I mean, I don't think your attack speed can go into the negative. I think in FE3, FE4 it can, but I don't think in FE3 it can. Okay? I'm telling you, man. You crit like crazy in this game. SNS, units FE3, and units crit. It's a weird thing. It really is. I think what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go try to protect, Ryan right here, because it's a little dangerous for him. Make Bo less relevant. And yet, I swear Caster's like the best unit in this game. I swear he is. He's just too good. Okay. The UI is a little bit weird in this game. Okay, let's get going. Let's just hope they don't all gang up on one guy. Thief arrived. He's in the cave. I don't think we have to worry about him for a bit. Okay, who are you attacking? That's Luke. I don't really like that. But he only takes 6 damage. It's not too bad. And he dodges. See, these guys are not too bad. Like, they're really not too strong. He's really good in this game. Because you got a lot of enemies with like 1, 2, well, a lot of like bow enemies and stuff like that. And since he can retaliate on enemy phase and actually does pretty well, he's really good. He's a caster light. I thought Warren is... Okay, no, he's a hunter. Okay, sorry. I was mixing things up. Okay, so, let's take a look here. It's about as player phase as the game gets, honestly. The game is usually not this aggressively player phase. It's pretty enemy phase, honestly. We might just want to wait for this guy to cross over a little bit. He's got a steel sword. Are lame. Are they now? Let's see. What is... Only 8 attack speed, okay. You know what? I don't like this guy. You can kill him. Never mind, you can't kill him, I guess. Actually, that's a kill set up for someone. It's like 40% plus in most. Yeah, which in FE3, that's huge. You gotta remember, in FE3, growths are not that high, so actually having that is really good. We could go shoot one of these guys. We could go shoot them. Okay. Like I said, a lot of these maps are not too hard. Although the next map is actually really hard. Like, think of like Chapter 7 in FE6, or what's another good example? Like, one of the actually really hard chapters is literally the next chapter. The next chapter is actually really hard. It may be the hardest chapter in the game relative to when you have to take it on. It is a really hard map for the point of the game you face it. I'm genuinely expecting to lose someone there. Unless I get kind of lucky. Just hopefully not lose anyone that I actually want. Like, if frickin' Roderick dies to someone, I don't really care. But if it's someone more important, then I don't really want that to happen. Okay, I wouldn't say it's quite Chapter 10 of Conquest, but the idea is it's like the hardest chapter in the game, in my opinion. Just because you had to fight a Wyvern Lord that is moving around. In Chapter 2. When your archers aren't even that good. It's hard because it's one of those maps that are hard because of your lack of resources. Operation Obtain the Lady Sword, and it really is an operation. It's pretty scary. of axes and remove them from the player units. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I just hated them. Okay. So, this is our first recruitable unit. Well, sort of. Oh, please spare this girl. She's only turned 10, you see, and she hasn't even finished her cleric training yet. Don't worry, ma'am. We're not here to take anyone away. You're not? But aren't you an Imperial soldier? They have been ransacking homes left and right. What makes you different? No, you've got the wrong idea. I can't speak for the rest of the Empire's troops, but my soldiers and I aren't here to fight. Please, don't be afraid to ask us for anything. Are you hungry? We have food to spare if you need it. I just want to help. Wait, please, take me with you. What? But wait, you can't be only 10 years old. What's going on here? It's true. I've already come of age, but Lang soldiers take away any young woman that they lay their eyes on. My grandma lied to protect me, but I don't think it's going to work forever. I'm just getting too... Oh, God! She said the thing! She said the thing! Yeah, the recruit music is better in the next chapter. It's not safe here anymore, so I'd rather go with you. You're not like those beasts in Lang's army. You have such kind, noble eyes. If you let me join you, I can escape those nasty soldiers before they get me, and I'll make a good healer too. I'll earn my keep. How's that sound, Grandma? You'll let me go, right? Of course, staying here would only hasten your capture. Young man, I beg of you to keep my granddaughter safe. You can even marry her if you like. Such a kind and beautiful girl would make a perfect bride, eh? I was quite the looker in my youth, too. She got it all from me. Okay, Toad Woman. You'd be happy to marry this fine young man, wouldn't you, Marisha? Grandma, I might be a little girl. I might not be a little girl, but I'm still way too young to be thinking about that. So yeah, we get your early game healer. I think she's usually called like Malicia or something like that. I don't know. I don't think she has an official localized name. This is how obscure FE3 is. FE3 and 12? You look like a troglodyte. This is how obscure FE3 is that I don't even think this woman is in Heroes. As far as I know, she's not. I could be wrong. Which is weird. Malaria. Yeah, let's call her Malaria. Which is kind of weird because she looks like a J-pop idol. You'd think they would actually be able to make a lot of money off putting her in Heroes. Like giving her like 20 alts, but now that no one plays FE3. Mark just suddenly ignores all that. To be fair, he is already engaged to Sheeta, so he's just kind of like, yeah, that's great, lady. I already have a wife in waiting. It's the grandma of Ares! I guess so, yeah. Is there a way we could speed up the animations at all? Let me see. I don't think so. I think it's the difference between real and normal. We'll set it on real. I don't know what that does. Alicia can use hammer. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, she's pretty much the Lena replacement in this game. You don't get Lena. She's not dead, but you don't get to use her. And so that means that Militia just kind of, Malaria, if you want to call her that, kind of fulfills her purpose. Malaria is pretty good. She does what a healer does, which is get magic. I know she doesn't really have it right now. She's a healer. It's kind of hard to mess that up. Let's see, I don't know anything about TMS, so it doesn't really mean much to me. Let's see. So you got Mr. Steel Sword Hero. You know, I'd love to have Doga fight him. Would love to do that. With one magic, you are Ellen now. Yeah, she's Ellen. She's just Ellen, yeah. That's what it is. I really wish you had a lance equipped that wasn't a javelin. I know he's engaged, but it's funny since he doesn't say... Yeah, he doesn't have any reaction. That is kind of weird. Yeah, I'm glad she died here, or the village might burn. I think that the idea is that, like, she's just such a non-option for Marth that, like, he doesn't even bother saying that. I guess it's the idea. Because I think they do touch upon it more in FE12, where she's actually, like, sipping for Marth pretty much the entire game. And I think someone like Chris or Marth, there's like an event where he's like, hey, he's already got Sheeta, and I think there's even an interaction she has with Sheeta in FE12 where she's like, oh, but can I have Marth instead? It's something like that. I don't remember it exactly because it's been a while, but they do touch upon it more in FE12. They don't really touch upon it here, but they do touch upon it in FE12. Where they have more character interactions. Since the original FE3 obviously didn't really have much character interactions, unfortunately. Do they not even attack me? Okay, what are these thieves even here for, then? I would assume they're here to, take the village, but if you already get the village, then they have no purpose. Wouldn't jump at the bit to put a 10-year-old who's too pretty for her own good in there. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of weird they don't do that. You'd think they would, but... you know, I kind of want to train up Gordon. Or at least see if we can train him up, because, actually, is there any point? Like, Casters freaking blows them all out of the water, it's not even funny. Caster just obliterates all battle competition. She'll look pretty and give free XP. Yeah, pretty much. She generates her own XP, which is nice. It's not like you get another healer for a while. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. You get another healer in, like, Chapter 4. And she's also pretty good. Yeah, we could try to train Ryan, or Gordon. I don't know, which one are we train, Ryan or Gordon? I don't remember what the growths are. We're just gonna go pick one and shoot with him. Yeah, there we go. We're training Ryan, I guess. Or at least we're gonna try to. Oh, and look, there's actually a place that we can train up malaria. We can train up malaria now because damage. There we go. Oh yeah, I think in this game you can actually heal up non-damaged units, which is really weird. I thought it was Thracia, but no, you can do it in FE3. I don't know if that actually helps staff EXP or not. If it does, I could see a point to healing non-damaged units, but if not, then it's kind of stupid. Do you get a receipt on malaria? Can we trade it for Riz? I think she has better magic than Riz, so she's probably better. These are there to look pretty and give free XP. I think they do give more XP than bandits and soldiers. That is true, yeah. Sorry, I misread that. In FE1 too. What do you mean in FE1 too? Is it as bad as the one in FE7? FE3 what? That sounds cursed. That sounds pretty cursed, Kamaru. I'm sorry. But Riz is bald. True. You're not wrong. Malaria is not bald, so, you know. Does this guy not move? Wait, does it say... Oh, it says mountain. I was first thought that meant this guy's mounted. I'm like, what? That guy's not a mounted unit. He's just got an axe. Great Knights don't exist in this game. Oh, an FE1. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't know why. I think it's just an oversight or something. Try making a wager? He's a poor South American. He can't do that. How long have we been on this map? For like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. It's because the animations are really slow. Thieves, I don't have to fight them, but like they're worth fighting just for the XP, I think. Because they give a lot. Riz like that word I hear people using. No, we're not referring to that. We're not referring to that. But the thieves, I think, are just here for your training. You know, we could try to use Cecil or Luke. I don't know. One of them will probably be good, the other one probably will suck. I just don't. You just gotta figure out which one's the good one and which one is the sucky one. At least heals can't miss in this game. Okay, let's get Gordon up here. Let's see. Could always just throw Mr. Doga up here. Hero of the last run, you know. I'll be Cecil as a woman. Shocking news. Okay. Sure, game. I mean, barely taking damage. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it happens in a lot of games. I don't know if there's exceptions to that rule, but it happens in a lot of games. Dodge and he just missed, yeah. They just like to say that. They're just like giving the enemy more credit, I guess. Is the only FE to have a character with my name in it? Really? Because I know your name, and I'm just like... I don't remember a character with that name. In any Fire Emblem, for that matter. Nice. Since FE1, so it's just been a thing in every game. I actually think I would believe that. I think I would believe that, actually. Does anyone have a link to a good yet affordable headset? Not that I can think of. I've been using the same headset for like 5 years. It's a pretty cheap one. It's some cheap Sony headset, and it still works. It's kind of worn down, but it still works. Oh, hi, Camus. What? He's not here. But did I just click wait turn? Okay, whatever. Oh well, I meant to shoot the thief, but I just ended up forgetting. Surely you have more than 0 attacks, but yeah, you do. I bet you the Silver Lance kit. I do hate the way the controls work sometimes. I really do. You know, let's try Cecil. Let's go train up Cecil. Let's go to Slim Lance. All tangled, they're tearing apart. This thing has become sentient because it will not fully die, but it's getting there. It's good EXP. It's good EXP. I don't know how many more thieves there are. Can't believe his name is Belf. Belf. Such a goofy name. Oh, nice! What did I tell you about the crit patch, guys? Oh, look, first level. At first I said he got a blank level. So he got skill. Wow, that might as well have been a blank level. Can't go on the mountain. That sucks. I think Marth can. Marth on the mountain? I think. Maybe. That's the problem. The mountain's kind of janky. This is a really janky spot on a map, honestly. Crits are crazy. They are. We've already gotten 3 on this entire map. This is the first map of the game, and we've already gotten 3 crits. Okay. Any more thieves? I don't think so. Skill for more crit? Yeah, that's just how he's gonna scale. Just how he's gonna scale, you know? Alright, Ryan, go shoot the thief.
Only Marth can go through the mountains. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Marth is very crit happy, especially since he has a rapier. I mean, didn't you get this from the Mangs archive? Oh yeah, you're right. It's got the crit patch on it. Strength, speed, okay. And weapon level. Maximum HP, okay. Alright, she leveled HP, strength, and speed. I'm not complaining about that. You're not gonna hear me complaining about her doing that. I'm not gonna be like, grr, why did Cecil level strength and speed? What a bad unit. Yeah, I swear there is a Belfant ratio. I think there is. So we gotta hope that Marth doesn't just frickin' derp here. I don't think he will, but he could. There is a small, like a very small chance I think that Marth could just die. But fortunately, it's probably not gonna happen. It could happen, though. It could happen, I think. It's like a very small chance. Because there's an archer here, and if... Well, no. Okay, so yeah, no. There's, like, no chance that he would die. Okay, if Marth's the only one that can go across mountains, then I don't know if we can get... Okay, what I might do is I might clear this out and then go and send Marth down there. I don't know, though. I don't know. If he dies, your Ironman's... Yeah, you're at the start. Yeah, that is a fair point. That is a fair point, yeah. Marth dies, we play FE9. Are you sure? Imagine this run ends on the first map. It's a pretty... we could end on Chapter 2, because Chapter 2 was really hard. I don't think it'll be a run ender. It's gonna be a tough map, but it's not gonna be a run ender, I don't think. It probably will kill someone, but probably not Marth. Almost a kill. Marth is pretty dodgy in this game, so he's actually... This wouldn't be an easy game to get a game over on. Just because Marth is the only game over condition, and... Actually, is he the only game over condition? I feel like if you miss the stars... If you miss, like, the spheres, it could be a game over. So in that way, it could actually be kind of punishing. The earlier Marth gets good, the better. This is true. Can we try to shoot this guy? We could try to shoot him. I mean, we could try. I'm not saying it'll work, but we could try. Alright. What's our hit? 81 hit, that's pretty good. See ya. Okay. I don't think we can go on the fort with anyone besides Marth, so it's literally just a Marth solo fest. Is there an iron sword I could trade over? Just dooms you to the false end? Oh, okay. I would like to get that sword, but maybe I can wait. Yeah, I think you're just supposed to have Marth go and clear this, because I don't know if you can do that any other way. I think you could maybe dismount your calves and get over there, but I don't know if it's worth it. It might be worth it. So, the Empire's reinforcements are here. Okay, sorry, I need to give him up. So, the Empire's reinforcements are here. Then the end has come. Ogma, I'm sorry for dragging you into all this. Crust Freedom had nothing to do with you. You joined our cause all the same, and for that I'm grateful. Now, I have but one final request, if you are still willing. I came here on King Tails' orders. A friend of his is a friend of mine. If there's anything else I can do, just name it. Is that so? Forgive me, old friend. I won't see you again in this life. Very well, Ogma. I ask that you take these children with you and escape to Macedon. They are Prince Jubello and Princess Julia, children of the late King Ludwig. They were his greatest treasures in life. I've protected them since he died, but I could do so no longer. If Lang gets his hands on them, he would execute them without question. Bishop Wendell is currently staying in Macedon. Find him and place the children under his care. Understood? You got it, Lorenz. I'll protect these kids with my life. Thank you. And I'm sorry. Now, Prince Jubello, Princess Yulia, it's time to go. You must flee with Sir Agma. No, I won't go with you. If we have to leave, then you should come with us. If you stay behind, then you'll die. Forgive me, little one, but I can go no further. This wounded body can barely stand, let alone walk. I'd only slow you down. Please, just forget about me. Get out of here, now! Lorenz, how can you say that? You've done so much for us. You only suffered so many injuries because you fought to protect us. After all that, how could we want to forget about you? I won't. I refuse to leave your side. Little lady sure is stubborn. What are you gonna do, Lorenz? Stubborn is a word for it, but I can't deny that strong will of hers. I'm sorry, Agma. It appears my earlier request is now moot. You don't need to stay here any longer. If you say so, but I'm not just gonna stand idly by. There's still one thing I know I can do to help you out. I'm gonna find that man Lang and run him through. For men like him, the only solution is a sword in the stomach. If it all goes well, then his cronies should clear out too. So hold out as long as you can. You got that, Lorenz? Don't get yourself killed. Should have made Lorenz the Jagan. That would have been interesting. That would have been an interesting idea. You know, we could try to give Luke some training here. That might be an interesting idea. That Nimrod Lang. Yeah, the Nimrod Lang. Alright, let's go end turn. See what happens. Another thief. How many thieves are there? Jeez. Like, I like the EXP, but like, I think this is a bit much, game. I think this is a bit much, don't you? But his lack of hair. Yeah, obviously if he's got a lack of hair, then he's a Nimrod. See, it's not just Martha can cross mountains, but Martha's one of the few that can. You could slay him with the rapier for some EXP. It's not really worth it. Plus, that rapier is useful for other things. Because there are armors in this game. There are armors in this game, so, you know. Do the guys move onto the fort? If they move on the fort, then that kind of sucks. Okay, that kind of sucks. Oh, he does decent damage. Is evil Mangs? Yeah, he is evil Mangs. Although he's not fully bald. He's balding, but he's not bald, you know? He's taking a lot of damage, though. That's not good. Of the Lorenz fan club, please don't slay him. I'm not gonna slay him. Alright, let's kill this guy. If he misses, we're actually kind of in trouble. Okay, there we go. I know someone was like, ah, dang it, he missed. I want to see first blood on the first map. Too bad. I'm not getting it. Marth just walks up to him casually. For another Mangs verse. The Mangs verse. That's something I need to know about. The Mangs verse. Okay, how do you do to the thief? I want to see if I can get Ryan a kill. Only does 4 damage to us, we're fine. Oh, we double. Okay, we double thieves, alright. Cecil just getting stronger, I guess. This really is a Cecil run, isn't it? I think she's the first cab in the series. Or not first cab. First female cab in the series. She's the first cab in the series, guys! Cain and Abel just don't exist. Yeah, we need to get him out of there. He's gonna die. Yeah, it's an annoying little thing they do. It's like, really, game? You can't just give us a... Honestly, I think it's even annoying when they have someone start with a steel weapon. It's like, okay, game, you could just give them an iron. No, we gotta show they're cool. They're quirky. They use different things. Streets is like a multiverse. It kind of is. Matilda's a paladin. Yeah, so you could argue that Matilda's the first, but the first unpromoted Cav. Oh, dang, wow. Okay, Roderick, you freaking suck. Roderick sucks, man. Roderick is awful. We'll make a mid-ROM hacks. Let's see how we That's the second time this map I've made that mistake. Man, no wonder Ryan's not getting any kills. Okay, is it the last thief? Please tell me it's the last thief. I'm getting a little tired of this, because I want to test out the theory that there's something in there. I can't test out the theory if someone keeps freaking jumping me. I don't want a yaoi ROM hack of Meg's... I don't think any of us do. I don't think any of us want that. Well, maybe Maki does, but I don't. Midi also exists, but nobody thought of her. No one even remembers. Like, she literally has mid in her name. That's how forgettable she is. She has mid in her name. She has mid in her name. What do you expect? If she's got mid in her name, then there's nothing that interesting. Stop stealing my brain cells. The Marth dodge looks pretty nice. Okay. Now, Luke, get in there. Do your job. There we go. I don't actually know her opinion on that. I don't either. It's just that she's kind of been the butt of the joke on that topic. Let's get you out of the way, since you're a little flimsy, we'll just say. Where these come from. I do want to check that out. You might be wrong, but I do want to investigate. Okay. Why did this topic come up? I don't know, because someone brought up the freaking... I think it was Belt brought up the weird yaoi fanfic that Mang's hacks make. I don't know. I know there's a treasure. So it may be a remake only thing, I don't know. He's going on the mountain, that's annoying. Good. Good. Catching strays out of nowhere. Yeah. You got speed and defense. Okay, not too bad. Could certainly use some defense. Not complaining about that. Especially when he's getting hit all while this. I think what it was is because you... I think it's because... that one anime you watch just has a bunch of guys in it. So that was just the assumption there. What the flip brought this up? It's some old joke, I don't know. Okay. Again with low percent crits, jeez. Now we sound like a group of weirdos, not a group of mods. True. Alright, Cecil, get in there. Oh, jeez, it's gonna take forever. Who doesn't like defense? Yeah, I mean, it's a great stat. It's a great stat. Do I want... I think I might want, I may want the sword. Yeah, Luke, you got a good level, but I want to give Marth a level now. It's kind of important for the Lord to get a level. Raise your boars and trekking flags. We got the original boars here. He's actually a pretty competent level, too. And he leaves a better first impression than boars, that's for sure. Since, you know, the map that you get him, he actually performs pretty well. I think we're done with the thieves. The Indian flag? Okay, you don't need to get shot by everything. Marth does take a fair bit of damage from that. Dude, these archers are in such a stupid spot. I don't really like it. Come on, Marth, finish the job. Finish the job. Alright, see ya, Gerudo King. Alright, you're gonna miss the funny moment. You're gonna miss the funny moment. It's gonna happen in like 10 minutes. Probably less than 10 minutes. Until the mountain. Yeah. Do you have hand axes? Please tell me you don't. Okay, you don't. One of the worst chapter 1s ever. Yeah, it's not a good chapter 1 now. It is definitely not a good chapter. It is not a good chapter 1. It's not a hard one, it's just a poorly designed one. If you want a hard early map, that's what you're gonna get in the next map. 6 damage, ow. It's nasty, but again, like I said, it's not hard. It's just really tedious. Because the weird... This is just a poorly designed map, honestly. It's just a poorly designed map, because it's just all choke point. Like, yeah, it makes it easy, but... I mean, it's like, you have a mountain until you get across, you have a fort, another mountain, and then a narrow spot here. It's like... Yeah, if I wanted the player to have fun, this is not what I would make. Oh, how I love tedious introductions to games. It doesn't help that FE3 is also on a slower engine than what we're used to. So it makes it all the more tedious. Okay, Marth's first level. What's he gonna get? It's level 4, strength, speed. Okay, strength and speed. He also got weapon level, resistance, and HP. Okay, that's not too bad. I would like some defense. I was gonna say HP, but I was like, oh, he actually did get HP. Yeah, Marth usually ends up being pretty solid in FE3. I want to teach you about dismounting. Yeah, but he could have found a much less annoying way to do it. Actually, yeah, getting res in this game is actually pretty rare. It is actually not that common to get res in this game. Also, this may be the only instance, besides maybe like FE4, where your lord doesn't start at level 1, he starts at level 3. Well, okay, I think Ike Ray and Dawn starts at some other level. Open level best stat. I mean, it is pretty good. Marth just walks up and kills him. He is really having a bad day and really wants to take it on someone in Lang 8. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just the way that Marth walks up is so funny. He's just like, just waddles up to the enemy and just pokes them. He gained 2 whole levels in the first game. Can't believe it, man. 2 whole levels. Just like FE3! What did they mean by this? What did Kaga mean by this? Oh, come on. You take this, right? Yeah, you do take it, just not extremely well. Oh, yeah. It's kind of nasty. Okay, because I don't want to risk this, I'm probably gonna move out and have, Luke take care of it. We could probably just heal Marth, but... Okay, I didn't mean to press that. Okay, whatever. I mean, but Korn does technically start at level 1. Just by the time you actually start the game, probably won't be level 1. Ah, crap, he's not equipped, dang it. Just give Marth the freaking iron sword at the beginning. Why couldn't Kaga do that? Oh yes, go waste your useful, rapier. That's a great idea. So did Xander fight really a map? I mean... Not really, but like, it's there to give you a free first level, I guess. Forgot to give Luke his sword back. Yeah. We could just go and heal up with a vulnerary. Actually, they came and hit us here. How much does this guy do? 12 damage, and I've got what? 7 defense. So even if that archer could somehow hit me, he wouldn't be able to kill me. There we go. You're gonna wait here, and you're gonna go try to kill this guy. $99 hit, that is pretty much a guarantee. 32 EXP. Nice. I can picture Marth having a serious face with shrunk pupils and the bandits just going, dude, chill, I just stole potatoes. Right at the beginning, you're forced to use Erica's rapier like 10 times. Yeah, I don't understand why games love doing this. I think in Shadow Dragon, they actually give you a rapier and an iron sword. I swear they do, which is actually really nice. I don't know why they can't just do that in every game. Something about the victory music in FE3, that's pretty good, yeah. Well, I mean, Pokemon games kind of do have that. It's called the Rival Battle, where you just get a free first level. No, okay. Think it was Dr. Gordon who was saying that you can get something from the cave. Not in this one. Okay, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. Wait, does Roderick have a sword? I might just give that to Marth, because I don't think I'll be using Roderick at all. He does. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm just probably gonna donate his sword to Marth, because I don't think I'll be using Roderick. If I do, it's just gonna be his lance. Because I do not bad victory music. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Thanks for missing. I think he's on a mountain or something. Yeah, he is, because he's stupid. Okay. Let's go skip this turn. Okay, he doesn't want to move. He's just like, no, I'm staying on my mountain. You can't stop me. Okay, buddy. We can stop you by killing you, though. There we go. Unless it just matters. Yeah, that's how it works. Luke got a level. Okay, thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. He's carrying 2 vulneraries. That is true. Should probably split it up. Who needs a vulnerary? Like, who could use a vulnerary? Well, I'm not really using you. You know what? Give it to... Actually, I can't do it right now. It could be useful, though, because the next map is really tough. I do see what you mean, yeah. We're gonna give one to Doga, I think. Could help. With so much cast, you might as well choose one as Kane and Abel do return. Good too. But cast with Shida means mountless castle fights. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to train up Doga, because Doga can actually fight better. Like, he's not as affected by being in a castle. Probably does better in a castle, if anything. Let's see. No, not you. I may train Sheena as well, honestly. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but like, I might. I definitely want to train at least one of the armors. I might train 2. I might. I don't know, I might. Alright guys, are you ready? Those who know, know. Prince Marth, you're here? I knew the Empire's reinforcements came, but to think you were the one to answer the call, how pitiful. Out of all the 7 kingdoms, Altea was the one I'd hoped the most wouldn't get involved. Be pitted against you, of all people, as my final opponent. What a cruel joke this is. General Lorenz, wait! I have no intention of fighting you, I just came to talk. Citizens have confided in me the atrocities committed by Lang's occupation army. The truth is clear as day to me now. Emperor Harden would never let this happen. I must inform him at once and stop the abuse of your people. You have my word. So please, lower your weapon. I couldn't bear to fight you or any of your friends. Or any of my friends. Prince, you truly are a kind soul. Perhaps too kind for this cruel world we live in. But what you speak of is impossible. I wouldn't call you necessarily naive, but you are certainly uninformed. Harden is no fool. He knows precisely what Lang is doing here. He wouldn't appoint that man for no reason. Knowing his horrible tendencies, he sent Lang to provoke us. Then he used his rebellion as grounds for an invasion. Now he's burning Grust to the ground and conquer it for himself. Alas, if I only had pieced it together sooner. But that's... No, I refuse to believe it. Harden is the most selfless man I've ever met. Why would he do something like this? It's a tough pill to swallow, I know, but since becoming... Okay, I skipped that accidentally. That noble coyote of the plains is now a feral beast, and yet he holds more power than all of us combined. But I've said my piece. All I have now is one last request for you. Please protect the children of the Grustian royal family. Prince Jubello and Princess Yulia are hidden in the fortress. I've been keeping them alive all this time, but I fear my time is up. As long as they live, then I can die with no regret. So please, Prince Marth, protect them, no matter what. Seems I'll be trading my old life for theirs. I think that's a fair trade, wouldn't you agree? Farewell, Prince Marth. Like, just make him blow himself up. General Orleans, why? Why would you blow yourself up? You are not a Pocky. We could have worked together. We could have fixed this. Why? Why is this happening? Why? What could Harden be thinking? He wouldn't. He can't. Okay, there we go. Metal Gear Solid 1 Game Over theme! Are you Prince Jubello and Princess Yulia of Grust? What are you doing here? Lorenz, he's dead. What do we do? Lorenz! Fiends, beasts, villains of all of you. If you come any closer, we'll kill ourselves, so stay away! I have no clue what are common, reasonable South American names. See, suddenly I'm not the evil one. Says the man named Garniff. No, wait, we're not. Ah, Lord Marth. Disposed the rebel leader, I take it. And caught the children as well. So you can follow orders after all. Yes, I caught them, but they're innocent in all of this. If you'll leave them to me, then I'll... Absolutely not. Children are mine to deal with, and I know just to do with them. They'll return to my castle with me. I'll make sure they're all nice and comfortable. And then they'll be publicly executed. We've already broken the people's homes and spirits, but this final example will destroy any remaining hopes they may have. No more rebellions after that. Finally back to peace and quiet around here, under my boot. Right, Prince. I also had another order for you. Direct from Emperor Harden himself. You must head for Macedon immediately. There's been another rebellion. It seems they're all the rage these days, and you've been tasked with quelling it. The Macedon army staged a coup and has taken Princess Minerva prisoner. It's your job to rescue her, understand? What, Macedon? Of course I'll go if it means saving Minerva, but that's beside the point. Besides, please let me take care of the children. Quit being such a pest, boy. I said that I'm taking them, and what I say goes. Alright, brats. You're coming with me. Now stop struggling and... Ow! Insolent girl. I'll break your legs if you don't stop kicking. No, let go of me. Jubella, help me. Do something. Yulia. Yulia. Ling, wait. Wait. Release those children at once. Stop. Calm down, sire. I know how painful this is, but we'll have to endure it for the time being. If we fight Lang now, we'll be branded as traitors with the whole Empire, and you've seen how they handle traitors. Least of all, we simply don't have the manpower to stand up against him. As much as he insults the strength of our army compared to his, there's unfortunately some truth to his words. We don't stand a chance. But Jagan, those children are the whole reason Lawrence fought and died here. If we just hand them over to Lang, he'll have died for nothing. How can we disrespect his wishes like that? He was our ally, our friend. Lawrence, get a hold of yourself. Right now, we have to stay calm no matter what. We couldn't carry on Lawrence's wish today, but as long as we still live, one day we might be able to. But if we let ourselves make rash decisions, we'll die long before that day ever comes. Do you understand? Ah, right. Forgive me, Jagan. I know, sire, I know. But let us focus on the task ahead of us, rather than continuing to dwell on this day. Macedon and Princess Minerva need our help. If we need to save her, if we can save her, then she might be able to return to the favor in their future. Are you ready, sire? Be strong. We will endure these hardships. He did something. She did not say that, yeah. He will never rebel after he publicly executed the royal children. I think he's as wise at the top of his head as his Harry. True. With a heavy heart, Marth and his army once again shunted across the sea. What kind of word is that? That's not a word. And forced into another bitter conflict. This time he makes for Macedon, where his former ally Princess Minerva is now a prisoner in her own home. Their elder brother Michaelis lost during the War of Shadows. Minerva was given the reins to the kingdom. She immediately set about the task of military reform, with many generals who served her brother being dishonorably discharged. Lady Sword or bust. I think England's gonna call this a failed run if we don't get it. This was a welcome sight for our people, as those men were despised for their oppressive leadership in the war. But they would not sit idly by as all their power was stripped away from them. In truth, by exiling so many of these immoral soldiers, Macedon's standing army had been considerably weakened. For short time to regather the army's strength, the scorned generals made their move. They organized themselves much more quickly under the leadership of General Lika, and staged a coup d'etat against the princess. Minerva's forces didn't stand a chance, and she was swiftly captured. This rebel army laid claim to the entire country. Lika sent former dragoons to guard Macedon's borders, for he anticipated that someone may try to rescue the princess. Why is there not a man bow? I don't know. Someone was Marth, who was making his way through Macedon's southern woodlands. I think the Lady Sword is actually a lot better in the remake. It's just kind of okay in the original. At least as far as I remember. Because it's only effective against, like, brigands and thieves, which are not exactly guys that you need help killing. Alright, so, let's take a look here. This map is nasty. It's not fun. We have 8 units left. I think that's everyone. We can field literally everyone. Okay, so yeah, we get everyone. Yeah, it's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be tough. Especially against criminals, pretty much. So yeah, like I said, this map is tough. It is. I think it's way too early in the game. I think it is way too early in the game. But we have to deal with it as is. We don't really get a choice. We also don't really have much of a selection of weapons. We're just kind of stuck with whatever the game gives us. Which also is part of the reason why it sucks. Like I said, you have to deal with the fully promoted, kills bad men, Mida version kills men. Mida version kills men. Okay. It's a bad chapter 2 also. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a really bad chapter. See, the last chapter was just bad because it was kind of clunky. This map is also pretty clunky, but it's also just really freaking unnecessarily hard. There's so many trees. Yeah, the trees are awful. The trees freaking suck. Look at how much this map is just forest. Seriously, look at it. Look at how much this map is just forest. Yeah. And, yeah, these wyverns are, kind of a problem. Kind of. Just kind of. They're kind of a problem. This is the boss, Loomer, I think. Just wait to see Chapter... Chapter 3 is a bad map, but it's not hard. It's bad because it's just a long, drawn-out map. It's not really hard, though. Chapter 3 is actually pretty easy. He's also got a Rider's Bane, so he can just go kill your Cav if he feels like it. So yeah, we probably will lose someone here. I hope not, but there's a good chance we'll lose someone here. I believe this guy has the lady, so yeah, he does. He has the lady, just a lady. He's carrying a lady around. He's carrying a... he kidnapped a woman, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, as you might guess from the name, the Lady Blade can only be used by females. It can't be used by... Yeah, that's its main thing, is it can only be used by women. So only half your army can use it. And right now we don't even have any women that can use it. Actually, no, that's not true. Cecil could use it. Cecil could use it. How would you like to be a martyr? I would rather be Luke than, I don't know, Doga. I'd rather be Luke over Doga or Marth or Malaria. Because those are actually pretty good units. Somebody she'll drop their range. Well, that's good. That's good. She respects your wishes and doesn't want to go against them. That's good. Alright, let's go. But we will get some help, at least. We will at least get some help. Prince Marth, oh thank goodness you've arrived. I was hoping you'd be the one to come to our aid. Should hope Marth isn't the one to die. Yeah. Well met, Catry. It's good to see you unharmed. When I heard news of your rebellion and of Minerva's current situation, I feared for all my friends in Macedon, you and your sister included. I'm touched by your concern. Paula and I managed to escape, but Minerva, we couldn't. It's strange. At first I had thought she'd stayed behind for our sakes, but when I saw her eyes just before leaving, that was the face of guilt. I know not what goes through her mind at this moment, but she must be saved. If we don't hurry, Lika and his man will execute her. Marth, please save Minerva. Of course, that was always my intention in coming here. Even if Harden hadn't ordered it, I would have come all the same. Though I must confess, I am not so familiar with the terrain in these parts of Macedon. I'll defer our path to you, if you are willing to guide us to where Minerva is being held. Do we have any deaths yet? No. We could have deaths here, though. This is a hard chapter. Of course, in order to reach her, we'll need to break through these woods and cross the border. But they're being controlled by former dragoons under General Loomer, one of Lika's men. Those trees are no obstacle for them, and from so high up, they'll have no trouble spotting you if you're out of position. Time is of the essence, but if we approach straight on, we'll be easy pickings. I see, then we'll have to take the flanks first, and bait out each dragoon one by one, which is easier said than done. They'll fierce them in packs, it only takes an arrow or two to bring one of them down. I learned this much from the last war. You have nothing to fear, Catria. I promise you, I'll see Minerva safe. Doesn't bring up... Steven Catria doesn't care about her paste. Which is what she should stay as, Kameru. You're a big shot in this game, considering how Marth... because ordering around Marth, things are looking up. Yeah. They are, aren't they? Okay, so this is where things get kind of nasty. So, this guy is not who we're looking for. We're looking for, yes, Warren. Warren is a bow user. He's not a really good one, but he is a bow user on a map with a bunch of scary flyers. So he would be nice to have. Here's the tricky thing. Catria is a really good unit. She's a really good unit, like a fantastic unit. The problem is that you want to get the Lady Blade. And she's like your only way of catching that guy. She's also in range of all these bows. You may see the predicament here. But then also, you have to let this thief go a little bit further, because this is certain death for her. Actually, they might not one-shot her, I'm not 100% certain. But either way, you do not want to, Okay, just 24 damage effectively. Okay, I do like this that FE3 does show you that. It shows the effective damage it does. So it does 24. This guy does 25. Okay, so they would do at most 25 damage. She does have the defense to live a shot, but it's not something you want to really play around with. It's enough that if she needs to, she can take it, but it's not something that she really wants to take. You also want to be very careful for the boss, because the... Actually, I don't think the boss moves. Does he move? I don't remember. I think I heard on FE12, Lunatic or something like that, he moves, but the weapons alone are enough. Like, I think he does move, though. I could be wrong. I'm going to assume that he does move. I'm not playing games with this guy. And the problem is it takes a while for your archers to get into position. That's part of the problem with this map. Is that good luck getting your archers in position. They're going to... This is a map where it would really be nice to have universal ranges. Just saying, it'd be a really nice place to have universal ranges. So what I think I want to do is forgetting Lady Sword. It's not it's not like you need RNG to be perfect, but like it is pretty tight. Like if you make like a dumb move, then it's probably gonna cost you. What I think I will do is go right here. It could be a mistake, but we're at least not in any enemy range to my knowledge. No. The boss moves. Okay, yeah, I did think so. I was thinking he might. I just wasn't sure. I was still gonna assume that he moved. Okay, so if we go right here, she should be okay. As long as this guy can't reach us. Yeah, he doesn't. So the tricky thing is, I believe Cadre recruits Warren, who is... I mean, yeah, it's nice that we can recruit Warren, but, you know, there's also the problem of this thief, who's kind of tricky to catch. That's part of the problem, is that trying to catch the thief and not die to the wyverns is very tough. But, that being said, I think what you want to do is probably split your army. I would say throwing Aaron up here is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, like, Aaron can do whatever you need him to do. Let's see. I don't know what we want to do with Doga. I guess move him over here? I don't know. Could move Marth this way and have like an archer help him out. I don't know. I'd probably want at least a cav with him though. A cav, Marth, and an archer. This may be a stupid idea, don't get me wrong. I may be really stupid for doing this. But I'm thinking, because look, either way you're gonna be facing a flyer. Like, either side could face a flyer, so we need to make sure that one has an archer. We need to make sure each side has an archer to it. The trickiest part is who gets the healer. And honestly, Marth's side looks a lot more in need of a healer than these guys. Then again, they don't give you much healing, do they? Honestly, either side may need a healer. That's the problem, is just like, I can't tell which side really needs the healer more. Marth is a game over though, so it might be better to give him the healer. Might be better to give him the healer. Either way, I do not feel too safe, but we just kind of have to do it. We just kind of have to do this, unfortunately. This is just what we gotta do, I'm afraid. Oh, he's flying off? It may be for the better that they're flying over their forts. Okay, they are getting kind of close to Katria. Okay, that guy's going that way. Interesting. Will the soldiers move? Ah, yeah, the stupid cabs also move. If I'm being fully honest, the Lady Blade isn't entirely worth it. I don't think it's the only one you get in the game as well. So, like, you could get more later. That's the thing about it. And fairly soon you get more. Oh dear, they get kind of close, don't they? Okay, so, this right here. I know we can reach, yeah, we can reach the thief. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Is that, we can't do that safely. Now, if you could Canto off, that'd be great, but Canto sadly doesn't exist in this game. So we can't do much about that. Would require using women, this is the problem. Dang. Yeah, it is. It is a problem, isn't it? So, on the one hand, we could go and try to recruit Warren. Confirm that? Wait, what? What do you mean? Because, yeah, I could try to recruit him, and that would be a good idea, but the problem is then she's exposed to this guy. Who doesn't kill her, but, not great. You do infect you to wait till chapter 20. Like I said, it's not incredibly useful, so, like, it might be worth it, honestly. One thing I don't like is how hard they make it to get your archer over on this side. Like, I don't know why they made it so hard. I don't know what Kago was smoking when he came up with this. Okay. And of course there's also calves. Like I said, if Kanto exists in this game, this would be easy. Because you can talk to him and recruit him. But then you have to go and... Well, actually, hold on. Can we trap him? I don't think we could, that's the problem. I would think trapping would be nice, but I don't think it's possible. Was high at least 5 days of the week. You might be right. You might be right on that one. The question is, do we try to recruit Warren? Or do we try to attack... Okay, if I attack the thief, just out of curiosity, what happens? If I attack him... Let's see, what? 12 damage... And he has 1 defense. So we definitely kill him. Because he does not have enough speed. He by no means has the speed to do this. The problem is, I believe, if we let him run, okay, look, let's take a look here. Like, if I were just to go and, ooh, yeah, he moves, that's not good. He moves, that's not good. I've already blown my chance. Because I don't know if he moves, like, this way. I can't remember. If I remember which way he moved, that would be helpful. If he goes north, there's, like, no reason to do that. If he goes west further, then it might be feasible. Because I really do not want to pull the boss. I really don't want to pull the boss. That is, like, the last thing I want to do. Yeah, which are not incredibly common enemy types anyway, that's the problem. I mean, yeah, barbarians are pretty tanky, but, like, there's not that many of them in the game. But yeah, like I'm saying, is that this is what's so tough, is that you have to go and catch this guy while just kind of like dodging all this crap. Now yeah, this guy does not kill Katria, because she actually does take the hit. She has like 5 HP left over, but the problem is, it's chapter 2 and the boss can move. Yeah. Again, I don't know what he was thinking when he came up with this. Like, a movable boss that's a Wyvern Lord in chapter 2, what was he on? Like, I genuinely do want to know. Because at least later in the game, if this was a thing, you could be like, oh, I'll go and tap this thief and then go and use rest. No, you can't do that. You can't use all this sort of stuff that would help you. Because, like, no option I have is really that good. Like, there's, like, no good option here. Again, if I remember how the thief moved, I might be able to find, like, an opportunity to attack him, but I can't remember. Like I said, I don't know if the Lady Blade is worth it. If it comes to risking Sheeta or getting it, or not Sheeta, sorry. If it comes to risking Katria, having Warren would be really helpful. Drunk on the weekends, true. If it comes down to it, I don't know how I did it the one time I did it. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't remember. But I think, honestly... Yeah, I don't know. I swear I usually get the thief a little bit later in the map. Maybe on like turn 3 or 4. And we're only on turn 2, so I don't know, because I don't remember how he moves. That's what's confusing me. I don't know how he moves. 2 attack speed, but I have 0. Alright, I do. You know what? Go kill this guy. I don't really care. This is not a good map to train anyway. Just get him out of the way. I don't like him. Yeah, I don't understand why that was the idea. I don't understand why they came up with the Lady Blade. Oh, perfect. Aaron just goes and pulls the Wyvern. That's actually pretty good. I mean, yeah, we don't have a bow to go and fight him with, but, like, I don't know if we need it. I don't know if we need it. We just need to kill that guy. Okay, we got that. I think these guys could probably tackle the Wyvern if they need to. Because, like, they have a lot of defense. It's 13 defense. How much do we do with the Silver Lance? 22 times... Yeah. That's, like, 18 damage on this guy. Which is unfortunately still not a kill, but... it's a lot of damage. Like, again, if we combined our forces, we probably could tackle a Wyvern. I think Katri's the only one that recruits Warren. As far as I know. I mean, maybe Marth recruits him too, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I swear it's different in FE12 where it has like a better pool of enemies it's effective against, but in this game, it's just not that useful. Technically, any female on a horse or a Pegasus can use it, but only when dismounted. So there's actually a lot of women that can use it. The problem is that they're not too optimal being in that. Let's see here. What's his speed, out of curiosity? He's got 4 attack speed. That's actually kind of scary. Also means you're not doubling the guy. I think the best thing we could do right now is actually not try to do anything, if that makes sense. Like, not recruit Warren. As useful as Warren is, I don't think it's the play. Now, if this guy moves just like directly due north, I can't really do much about that. That's like, that just, it sucks to suck, but I swear he doesn't move due north. Maybe he moves like northwest, like up here. Because like right now, I can't do much about that. Like, it's not gonna work. So I may try to approach him at an angle. Yeah, I may try to go like up a little bit out of this guy's range. Let's check. So you're gonna attack as far as up here. So if we can go maybe like this tile or this tile, that'd be ideal, I think. Yeah, like this tile, I think is a good idea. Or it's just a strong sword. Yeah, and I do think it's still a strong sword in FE3, but I don't recall it having... I don't know. But if we go... Okay. I see the... Okay, I think I see something. So if we go on this tile, right, this tile right here, which I think we can go to. We don't want to get... Actually, no, we can't. Okay, so we go over here. No, over here. Okay. Yeah, this tile is actually looking increasingly good to go to. We can take on these soldiers, no problem. Like, don't get me wrong, these guys are really weak. They're not a threat. I think that tile is the way to go, because regardless of where this guy runs, we are probably in a pretty safe spot. To see what we can do from there. E-rank silver sword for chicks, yeah, pretty much. Which isn't bad by any means, but... We're gonna go here, because I think, like I said, I don't know entirely how this guy moves, and I think this is the better way to go about things. Because if we don't go for the Lady Sword, we're still in a good position, because I think Warren's gonna go for Marth, which is kind of good, so we can recruit him. I don't know what this bow is gonna do. I think he's also gonna go for Marth, which is a little bit annoying, but we can make do with it. We just want to make sure that the Wyverns are staying away from us for the time being. Except for the one on the right flank, because that one's not really... Like, we're trying to pull that guy. Alright, what's gonna happen? Yes, we know you're gonna go down there. We're gonna chip you on any phase. He's got a crit on me, that's not good. We don't double... Oh, that's kind of bad. I thought we doubled, that's the problem. I thought we doubled the guy. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, he's running to the west. That's good. That's way better than going north. This is gonna be kind of nasty. You see why I hate wyverns, guys? Like, you know how I always mention, like, every series I hate wyverns? Do you know why? Because they're always getting your business, and you can't kill them easily. Nice. Dang, he must have found out something really, clarifying. Nah, they're not epic. They're overrated. We'll probably just debate these guys out, because I really want to. I do want to try to get the Lady Blade, and I think we might be able to do it. But okay, why do you talk so slowly? Oh, nice dodge. Okay, so what is the plan of attack? If Marth can recruit, I don't think he can, but that'd be amazing if he could. Sadly, no. We could probably get out of these guys' way, though. The problem is if we go for this guy, yeah, this guy's definitely not up here. The Tales of Trails game? I don't know, because I don't really like streaming games that I'm not really sure I'm interested in playing. I don't really like unfinished series, so it's a lot of a commitment. Is a speech impediment? Maybe. Maybe that's what it is, I don't know. So how does this guy do against Catria? You beat Chapter 1 of Trails in the Sky? Chapter 1, yes, but not... Okay. Real talk, I hate the fact they call the remake Chapter 1. Because I can't... Because the game is split into chapters. So if I said I beat Chapter 1 of Trails in the Sky, you think, oh, you mean the game. No, I mean, like, the chapter in the game. I'm on Chapter 2. The chapters in that game are really freaking long. Okay, so what we're gonna do, or at least what my intention is, okay, so, think about it like this. Think about it like this. You don't have to beat the game on stream. Well, I mean, Rizu wants me to stream it. I assume that means beat the game on stream. Maybe he doesn't mean that. Maybe. But that's what my assumption is. Well, I don't like that, because the game is split into chapters, so it gets confusing to talk about. Okay, so this guy is a huge problem. We only do 9 damage. It may be best just kind of retreat. That's the problem. These guys are so freaking... These guys are so stupidly tanky that I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they designed this. And like, look, he eats a lot of damage. 10 defense. He's got nearly as much defense as Doga. Do they double him? They don't, but still. 4 luck. 2 luck. Oh, come on. Whose bright idea was it to give these guys so much luck? What is it with Wyverns being so overstat in the early game? Like, the FE6 Wyverns have stupidly high avoid. Like, they can dodge things that they have no business dodging. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you have no reason being able to dodge what you can dodge. I think we can't afford to face them straight, like, head on. I don't think we can. I don't think we can. Not right now. That's what I don't like, but I think we just have to go burn our silvers. His luck is middling? Oh, I don't remember his luck growth. Okay. We may just want to kill these other guys. See why I'm saying this map is really hard? I mean, I think most anyone who's played this game knows it's hard. But if anyone thinks it's not hard... See, now would be a great time to get a crit on the enemy, because these guys hit like freaking trucks. Did you see this game is really easy? Except for this chapter. Except for this chapter. This chapter is not easy. This chapter is where all the difficulty of the game is centered in. That's the problem. It's all centered in one little map. And it is very nasty. It is nasty. See what I mean, though? They could give your archers better movement here, but they don't. They make your archers like the only way you're killing these guys, and they make it so hard to actually maneuver them. Even then, it's not like they're guaranteed just like nukes. I don't even think they one-shot. Maybe the steel bow might, but like, I don't know. And they make it this hard to do that. Like, I don't know who came up with this idea. Promise he is gonna face crit. Because how far can the Wyvern go? Can't go far enough to reach our other army, and that's, I think, the main point. If you can't reach the other army, that's the main thing. But yeah, things get really nasty. They get really nasty. Sent meme. Jeez, I make like no progress in the game, and you guys already have memes. I don't even understand what's going on. Like, how do you guys have material to make memes? I could try to go and get a kill on this archer, but there's no guarantee I can. Actually, no. We probably could. We certainly have the means to kill the archer. We definitely do. They find a way. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do this, but... Okay, so we're gonna go kill this guy. And we're gonna go soak up whatever damage we have to from Warren. We'll get him soon enough, but my idea, if it works... my idea is to take the Lady Blade this turn, and then go down. Like, okay, we kill this guy, right? Kill this guy, retreat down, and get Warren. That's the idea. I'm not saying it's gonna work like that. It might not. They could make that's true, that is true. But things could still go very haywire. I'm not by any means saying that this is set in stone. By no means is this a guarantee that I'll win. Without a bloodbath. Strength, speed, okay. Res, okay. This woman has gotten 2 points of strength and speed in a row. Okay, I'm happy with this. This is good. So he's probably gonna want to go for either you or Marth. How far down do you reach again? Okay, so if he decides to attack Marth from above, then we can go and recruit this guy without any issues. The problem is this wyvern will start flying down once we attack. Has the true claim to Augustria based? Okay, so what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna attack this guy. We kill him pretty easily. We don't really take any damage in return. In fact, I don't think he even does damage to Catria. So we kill this guy, and we're good. I believe this is a guaranteed kill, too. That's a crit? No, it's not. It looked like a crit, but anyway. Skill, speed, luck, weapon level. Okay. Take the money and the weapon. Okay, nice. I don't remember how you can check weapon stats in this game. I don't know if you can. But anyway, this site is mostly secured, I think. We don't want you getting hit. Yeah, we do not want these guys getting hit. So I'm gonna go move, I'm gonna move Ryan and Malaria down. We're gonna move her over here. Okay. So yeah, his only two options are to attack Marth or Cecile. I'm actually more worried about this side, if I'm being honest. Like, this side is just kind of screwed. So, okay. How much do these calves do? They do 12 damage, so that's like nothing against this guy. And he's gonna have a lot of Avoid. Never mind, he's not gonna have a lot of Avoid. He might be dead. He might be dead. That's a lot. What I think I will do... I'm worried about the right side. Yeah, if anything, I'm worried about the right side. What I think I'll do is I'll put you up here, and then have maybe the cabs retreat down a little bit. I don't really know how we're gonna do it. Actually, it might be a good idea to keep... no, actually, you know what? That might be smart. If we can get the guy to go for, if we can get the guy to go down south, then that'd be really good. Because the thing is, they can't really, they can't do a whole lot here. Like, if the Wyvern says, oh, I can hit Rhodey for a lot more damage, or Luke for a lot more damage, he's gonna go for them, and I can go and guide him into a trap, being Gordon with a steel bow. So it really depends. I don't remember whether the Wyvern moves first. If the Wyvern moves first, I think he's just gonna go and look at damage. If the Calves move first, they're gonna go chip down Aaron, probably. And 3 Wyverns. Yeah, it feels a lot like Chapter 7, honestly. So yeah, if we can bait him properly, then this actually makes things really easy for us. Because if he takes the bait, we can probably kill him pretty easily. If he doesn't, that's where things get really nasty and someone's probably dead. I don't know how it calculates damage in this game. Like, not calculates. I don't know how they determine who they're gonna attack. That's the thing. I don't know who they determine to attack. But they should attack one of these calves. I don't see why you wouldn't. The AI does not. It's not smart enough to factor in. Oh, they have an archer nearby. I'm not gonna do that. So in theory, they should go for the calves. In which case, as long as Gordon hits, that is probably a dead Wyvern. Not to mention he's already been chipped, so he's almost certainly dead. So yeah, it really depends. I think if this guy moves first, I think he does. I think he moves before the calves, then we're probably fine. I could be wrong. I'm not saying, you know, I'm a genius. I'm not saying that I know everything, but I think if it goes the way I anticipate, then we should be okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, he's going down. He took the bait. Let's go. He took the bait. He took the bait. Now, he could get a crit. Honestly, I'm fine with Roddy dying. That happens. Doga choked the point. Doga is going to choke the point. Those calves do, like, nothing to us. I'm not scared of the calves. If Gordon can hit, then we relieve ourselves of that. Okay, that does a lot of damage, but we'll live. We'll live. I think Aaron just deletes these guys. The problem is they do have quite a bit of accuracy on him, so they may just chip him to death. It's possible. I hope it doesn't happen. Yeah, see, he's got a blank level. Yeah, I think they're just gonna go. If they all hit him, I think he might die. The problem is he suffers from success. That's the issue. If he didn't take so much damage, I'm sure he'd live, but right now I'm not sure. I don't care about the Silver Lance right now, like... That's not, we'll get another Silver Lance pretty soon, I think, but... Okay, good, he dodged. That's good. Just smoke out these cats. Normally I hate the Jagan getting all the kills. This map's so hard, I don't care. Like, I need whatever help I can get right now. This map is nasty. Remember when Mangs did this? He lost like half his army here. Like, this is not a map to take lightly. This is not the map to take lightly. There's plenty of maps later in the game where you can take a bit lighter. Look, he got skill. Wow, okay, he doesn't have 0% and everything, I guess. I'm fine with breaking the Silver Lance if it means everyone lives. If everyone lives, but I just lose the Silver Lance, I'm okay with that trade-off. Because Aaron's just kind of useful for like 2 or 3 chapters, that's about it. Okay, yeah, I don't really care whichever way you go. Okay. Gotta be careful of Marth. Gotta be careful about him. Okay, but I think things are going well for us. Okay, so... well, your hit is 100%, that's really good. What's your avoid? 8. Okay, so as long as you don't miss like a 92%, we're probably fine. This should kill, too, or at least get really close to it. 34 damage minus 13. That is just a little over a kill, so yeah, let's do it. So it wasn't hard for me, really? Everyone I know just struggles with this map. Maybe you did something like this, I don't know. Or you didn't go for the Lady Blade. I don't know. I don't know what you did, but that's kind of impressive that you didn't struggle with this. Okay, yeah, see? Gordon does it. Strength, speed... Maybe this is a Gordon run, guys. This might be a Gordon run. That's a pretty good level. But actually, if anything, I'm starting to learn more about how to play this map. You don't... Like, the goal is not to get your archers way up here. It's just to bait the wyverns down. That's the real trick to it, is bait the wyverns down. That's how you win. You win by baiting the wyverns down. You don't win by other means. Let's see, she takes nearly half her damage with that. No, there is no normal or hard mode. It's just FE3 is just its own difficulty. What do you mean by that, Inkling? Like he hasn't in the past lost unit here? Really? Really? We can't quite recruit Warren just yet, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that because, like, it's not the end of the world right now. Okay, we don't want her to face that, because she will probably die. If she gets hit by this, she's probably dead. Yeah, 17 attack, and I think she has 1 defense. Yeah, that's a perfect one-shot, so yeah, she cannot be there. Does she have... Hold on. Let's take a look here. Let's get you down here. Again, I'm not too worried about Warren at the moment. It'd be nice to have him right now, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's like, it's okay. We'll live. We'll live. We'll survive. You can reach Marth. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I'm really not sure how I feel about that. I thought he was out of range, but I guess not. Kill the wyverns, plus you recruit Warren, floor 2 plus Aaron, while someone goes through the shard itself. The shard? What shard? There's no shard on this map. What are you talking about? Now, there's a similar map where you go into... I think you made me think of a different map. Because there's no shard on this map. There's a Lady Blade, but there's no shard. There's a similar map where there's a lot of forests and you're chasing after shards, but this is not the one. This isn't what you think it is. Let's see, how much damage she takes? She has 8 defense, this guy does 17 damage, so takes 9 damage. So next turn she does need a heal, but right now she's okay. We also need to make sure that this guy cannot reach her, because that's bad news if he can. You do not have any healing items, so you should just stay over here or something. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. This map sucks. Okay, you can't move that far, honestly, so that's fine. Yeah, you're thinking of the... You're thinking of the... You mean Chapter 7? Chapter 7 of FE3 is actually pretty easy. It's a similar premise to this, but there's not like a million wyverns breathing down your neck. It's just a bunch of thieves trying to run away. And you have 2 flyers for it, I think. You might have 3, I don't remember. But I know this... No, this map is scary. Chapter 7 is pretty easy. In fact, it's a little too easy, in my opinion. Yeah, so we're gonna go heal Marth up, because, I mean, we don't want him to die, obviously. So yeah, Marth gets healed. Nice. Okay. So, this is the main idea, is you just kind of drag them down. Drag these guys down, and we're good, because that baits him into the trap. Now, the problem is, how's Chapter 2 going? We killed 1 wyvern. My trap over here worked. Remember how I said I was going to put the calves down here to bait the wyvern? It worked, 100%. It worked, and Gordon shot, and he got a level up after it. He got, like, HP, strength, and speed, so very good level. We cannot recruit Warren just yet, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world. This wyvern is still the problem, though, because I don't think we kill it. In fact, we do 23 damage to it, which is only 10. That's not good. What's his speed? Well, his attack speed is 2, unfortunately. Yeah, so we're not killing this guy, I'm afraid. Now, if we could somehow get Warren on the next turn, that'd be great. Like, if we can get him to move over here, we could definitely recruit him. And that means that Warren can help us out and kill the wyvern. So if all works well, then we're good. But there's no guarantee that'll work the way we want it to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 move? I believe they do. 10 move? That's a little ridiculous, don't you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 8, okay. Oh, so you can hit Cecil. I mean, Cecil is actually pretty alright. She won't do much damage, but... Cecil works like a desert item. In Chapter 3? Are you sure? I don't recall there being an IOT shield on that map. I mean, maybe there is one, but I don't recall that. Any death yet? Not yet. Not yet. There could be one. Or there could not be one. Like I said, Catry can take an attack. Cecil is certainly able to take an attack. Now, I do think this guy may have crit on one of these guys. He's got, what? 6 crit is quite a bit. She has the luck to take it. She has the luck. Okay, that's fine. I think Marth also has the luck. At least I hope he does. Yeah, he does. Lords tend to have luck, so that's good. So, yeah, like my idea is, there is a hidden IOT shield next chapter. Okay, well, we'll get to that when we get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, this guy's pretty nasty. He has 4 attack speed, so I think he can double, Doga. Yes, he can, which is really stupid. I'm not sure how you're supposed to bait this guy out, honestly. Well, I'm glad I have someone here who knows their stuff about FE3. Okay. So in that case, I think we're in the right spot. Now, here's the problem. If this guy decides to go over to the right, that's a problem. He could go, he could say, oh, well. But I think he's actually closer to Marth. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong, but he could just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go to... If he moves to the right, we're kind of in trouble. The boss can also move. That's why I'm staying out of his range. That's why I'm staying out of his range, Gordon. Because I can't really afford to pull him right now. It's too dangerous to do that at the moment. We could try to move Aaron, just in case we... No. That's not gonna work. Okay. Well, let's just hope things work out next turn. Because it's possible they don't and someone dies. Okay, why do you have to hit me in the quirkiest spot possible? This, I don't like this because unless... Okay, actually no, that's fine. I was gonna say because if he doesn't move exactly there, then he's still gonna have... We're gonna have a hard time getting him. But no, he moved like the exact spot I want him to do. Because I was hoping that this wyvern would go like here, so he'd be easier to hit. But fortunately, Warren went this way, which is really good. If he went the other way, we probably would have lost someone. But anyway, before we start celebrating, let's go and actually recruit him. Warren, even good men like you are fighting for the rebels? Don't act so shocked just because we haven't seen each other for a while, Katria. I'm just a hunter for hire. I'll knock an arrow or two any day, as long as the money keeps flowing. I'm just in it for the money, haha. And right now, Lika's got gold coming out of his ears. I'd be a dang fool not to take the job. Listen to yourself. How can you be so selfish? You know better than the generals who staged the coup. Princess Minerva worked so hard to make Macedon a country we could all be proud of. One where everybody can live and work in peace. One where nobody has to go hungry. That's why she has to expel those corrupt men from the army. Couldn't possibly share her vision. All they care about is their own power, their own wealth, and their own bellies. At first I read that as bullets. I was like, bullets don't exist in Fire Emblem. That's why Lika staged this coup to begin with. He doesn't even care one bit about anyone other than himself. Are you willing to fight and die for a cause like that? What happened to the selfless man I used to know? The one who would share his game with anyone who was hungry? Dang it, what was I doing? I let a bit of coin blind me from what's really going on. I brushed it all off as just changing of the guard, but this goes way beyond that. Lika's a 2-bit tyrant. I won't ask forgiveness, Katria. All I'll do is point my bow in whatever direction you think is best. And maybe after we save the princess, I can hunt some fresh meat for everyone. Just like old times. Okay. Yeah, this is Warren. I don't remember what his growths are like. I guess he's okay. His luck leaves a lot to be desired, though. Really flipped on a dime, yeah. Alright. So 25 damage to this guy. What's our hit? I hope it's really good. Yeah, it's 100. That's pretty good. Okay. Let her rip. Oh, actually, I don't know if we're gonna kill him with both the shots. That's kind of scary. Yeah, because I don't think we do enough. The steel bow is what you need. And I don't have a steel bow. Oh, no, I think... Yeah, no, we don't. Ooh, that's not good. Jeez, man. What are these wyverns made out of, man? Like, seriously, what the heck are these made out of? They take all this damage, and they're still like, no, I need more. Because that does 1 damage. Nice whopping 1 damage, you know? Marth doesn't even scratch them, so that's just great. Katria is probably dead if we don't heal. Yeah, someone's probably dead. Like, I don't understand. What other game would 2 direct shots from an archer just... Nah, it doesn't do anything. Like, I don't understand. Is Militia dead? Because she can't get out of the... Surround him? He can just fly over. I mean, you might be right, but, like, at the same time, you might be wrong. Yeah, I guess in FE6 they do, as well. But, like, these are just so ridiculous. I don't know who came up with this idea. Because I don't think she can get out of their range. Technically we could get out of... We could technically get her out of range, but the problem is Katria is almost certain to die. That's the issue. Katria is almost certain gonna die. That sucks. That really sucks, man. That really sucks. If I could get him to go for one of my archers, I would prefer that. Like, this is just cruel. You can use... Well, yeah, but that still means I have to deal with this chapter without a healer, and the next chapter without a healer. I don't really like that. And I also would like to keep Katria if at all possible. She's pretty good. It'd be nice if the Raper was effective against flyers. Would be really nice, just saying. Would be nice. If it was a cav or like a paladin, so I don't feel bad at myself save states coming at the RPG anymore. Didn't you have a legendary weapon that did effective weapon against dragons? Ever consider bringing that around to Wyvern Land? Yeah, that would be pretty smart, not gonna lie. If we could make him attack an archer, that'd be ideal, because that means that he just wouldn't be able to do anything. Well, he would be able to do something, but not what I'm afraid of. We could surround him, but the problem is that would require all of our units, and unfortunately, Militia just freaking gets one-rounded by it. Unless she dodges, which she won't do. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. She's not gonna dodge. Let's be honest. Yeah, look, he just ignores them. Except for maybe like one tile up here or something. Way over here. In the forest. So it doesn't really mean much. Like, I could try it. I could try blocking with Marth and Cecile, but I really doubt it. She needs to be too dodgy for her own good. Yeah, she does. I mean, we could put her on a forest, but like, I don't think it's gonna do. Like, yeah, I don't have to worry about Marth dying, but... I'm just wait here. See, it doesn't really do anything. Like, it cuts out like one move. That's like it. That's the problem. You just cannot. You can't block a flyer. That doesn't really matter for them. Look, that does like nothing. Can't do a wall in the forest. That's like the best option, I think. And even then, she's probably still dead, unfortunately. Which means that we just don't get hammered, which is really stupid. Honestly, okay, look. Is it better to let Katria die? Because honestly, we don't get any other hammer users. We get no other hammer users in this game. So it may be for the better to let Katria die. I'm being honest, if I'm being honest. Like, does Katria recruit anyone? Okay, Ares, does Katria recruit anyone? Because I don't... like, if I'm being honest, I think I would rather Katria die. I don't want anyone to die, but if anyone has to die... We get Pella literally the next chapter. We get Pella literally next chapter. Honestly, if I'd known that I would be in such a bad situation, I'd probably have used a vulnerary or something. Like if I probably... Does Warren have a vulnerary? He doesn't. Except for legendary weapons. I mean, that's still useful, though. That's still... You can hammer and things. You can hammer the Again staff, which is freaking broken. Does it look a trolley problem? Kinda does. The problem is, no matter what I do, she's still in range. You might just say, like, oh, well... Too bad, Militia's... like, I decided that I want to go kill Militia today. It's really dumb. We can hammer the Lady Blade. Yeah, obviously. Which I may lose, by the way. I may just lose the Lady Blade. So this whole thing was for nothing. Because your archers just freaking throw cotton at these guys. They don't actually do any meaningful damage. Because I don't know how they're going to decide if they go for Katria or... They probably prefer Militia because she can't attack back. I think you have the best idea because that is the most likely solution that might work. He might miss. I hate having to rely on miss in a game like this where you know they're freaking going to hit. You know they're going to hit. I didn't know Harden had a YouTube channel. I just got the stream recommended. How's the run going? It's mostly going well, except for the fact that my archers cannot freaking kill this guy. And Katria is low on health, and she just gets one shot. So someone's dead unless RNG decides to be nice to me. Goes questionably, yeah. I still don't understand why they put this as chapter 2 when you have like no tools to deal with it. I think either way she's a target, so I think honestly Dr. Gordon's decision is probably the best one. Yeah, it's the best deal. Yeah, because either way she's a target, but at least have her with more avoid. And at the very least, this way there's more of a well, this way Katria is guaranteed to live, because she will have enough HP. It's better than just being a sitting duck. It's better than being a sitting duck. I still hate it, though. Because I'm sure she's still not gonna dodge. Wait, is this avoid without it factored in from the forest? Because if that's without it factored in, then she actually has nearly 40 avoid, which may be enough to dodge. I'm not saying it is enough to dodge, but it could be. I suppose this guy, if the AI really derps up, he could just go and attack an archer, which I would prefer. She can lock in, or the AI just derps up and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go attack Ryan for some reason. I would rather that, but I don't think the AI is that dumb, sadly. I don't think the AI is that dumb, unfortunately. I wish it was, but I don't, this is probably first blood, unfortunately. Unless the AI does something really funky, which it does sometimes do. I do like it when the AI just decides to do something stupid, but it is enough to possibly dodge. Heal mode! Heal mode! I love you, heal mode. I freaking love heal mode. Feel like putting a black mask? Oh, come on, man. Let me have my moment. Heal mode! I love you, heal mode. Frickin' heal mode! I did not think that was what was going to save me. Okay. Okay, so while we have this opportunity, let's get our other archer in position. We're gonna make sure all 3 archers are ready when we bait this guy out again. I freaking love heal mode. Heal mode, let's go! Okay, that is important. Heal AI says it. Yeah, I did not think that's what was gonna happen. I thought we'd have to rely on a dodge, but fortunately, heal AI, it does save the day. It does. Heal AI saves lives. Heal AI does save lives. Because there are forts, so he can't heal there. Which is annoying, but I would rather having to waste a little bit of time than... lose my healer. I'd certainly prefer that. How are my units looking? Yeah, so we're just gonna bait him into an archer trap. That's what we're gonna do. They're gonna fall right into the archer trap. Okay. Can we heal anyone so we can top her off with her EXP? Meme 2? Oh man, I wonder what this is gonna be. Okay. Alright, let's go skip some turns. Blue Girl gets to live to see past chapter 2. Well, that we get yeah, it's obscene that we get Draconites this early. There's no reason to be facing those sorts of things this early on. I'm probably still gonna throw Katria in there to bait. So there's a lot that I've learned about this chapter though that you can actually use to take advantage of. To make a bow triangle attack? So true. Okay, we need to get you over here, otherwise we're just gonna go into the same position. Okay, before he fully heals, let's make sure Gordon's crap. That's not what I had in mind. No, that's not good. That's just gonna be a repeat of last time. Well, I mean, he has taken some damage, so it may not be an entire repeat, but our guys do like nothing. Okay, if that's the case, then we're gonna get... Jeez, he's so far away is the problem. Wait, did I just... Oh, crap. Really? You've gotta be joking. You've gotta be joking. I turned such an opportune situation into a pretty much dead one. And he's got a Rider's Bane too, so I'm just freaking dead. I forgot about that. I forgot about that, didn't I? Yeah, Aaron's freaking dead. I don't think he's surviving an attack. There was no reason for me to do that, and I just did it. Of course he would live with 1 HP. He does suck, but like... he's not gonna die of cancer this time, I guess. I don't know. Wait, does the Lady Blade kill? Let's check this out. It probably does. Yeah, no, it would. At least the cancer won't kill him. Yeah, he will. He'll take him out of his suffering. I guess so. Alright, we got rid of him. Hey guys, I found a use for the Lady Blade! I found a use for the Lady Blade! Let's just get everyone away from Aaron, because, like, he's just freaking dead. He's very dead. Okay, does he actually live? He may. No, he's at 9 HP. There's no way he's living. I was thinking he was still at full health. No, he's not. Even if he was at full health, he'd probably still die. 25 damage minus 10. Actually, he would live, but yeah, unless he's dodging. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Yeah, he's not dodging that. He's not freaking dodging that. Okay, once this guy starts moving, does he start going around? We'll break this game in half. That's true. Talking about just shatter this map. Alright, let's get you over here. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with losing Aaron. He's not gonna be that useful for long anyway. He literally has a replacement in like 2 chapters, so honestly, not the end of the world. It'd be hilarious if he dodged though. Come up to your dooms, you equestrian fools. My rider's bane, and I will teach you to fear the Macedonian dragoons. Miss. It'd be so fun if you missed. Okay, whatever. Oh well. Cancer Man is dead. What is Silver Lance? His Silver Lance is mostly broken anyway. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Well, I guess he got his wish. He did die in battle. Okay, but here's the problem. Now we got all these guys in his range. That's not good. Can you solo FE3 with Xander? Can you solo? Yeah. Can you beat FE3 with Xander? Okay. No more cancer. Like I said, we put him out of his misery. We took him out of his misery. Catra being in range of this is not good. Actually, how much damage does she do to this guy? Just out of curiosity. Does 19 damage, which probably does something. Not much though. Not much. She doesn't even double, which is really unfortunate. She needs to heal, otherwise she's probably dead. Actually, no, she's not. That guy actually doesn't do a lot of damage. He doesn't do that much damage, so if anything, who will inherit Lang's blessing? Who will inherit Lang's blessing? That's great. I think he's making a joke off like all these channels are like, can such and such beat this game that they're not even from? Which is kind of silly. So we need to find a good tile to bait him. This map is all about baiting. That's all this map is, if you think about it. If you really think about it, this map is just about baiting. So, I don't like this, but... Yeah, I really don't like this. Jeez. There's no good spot to properly pull these guys. This guy, I should say. There's just like no... That's the problem, they have way too much move in this game. For one, we're gonna move Militia back. There's no freaking reason for her to be this close. She has no right to being that close to the front lines. The archers... Can Goldberry beat FEA? It was a cakewalk for her and it wasn't even close. But yeah, because why would it be difficult for her? The unit scaling in those games are just completely different. So obviously it's not going to be a problem. It's making fun of the hypotheticals. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. The problem is that Ryan's just stuck way over here where he just cannot do anything. Wait, actually, hold on. No, he could do something over here. Yeah, that would work. That would work. Man, I hate the fact that I had this nearly deathless, and then I just made, like, the dumbest blunder of all time. Like, I made this tactical genius move, and then I made the dumbest move possible. Although he's just gonna attack frickin' Ryan. Wait, doesn't he double? Ugh. You gotta be kidding me. I think he doubles Ryan, which is really stupid. I thought he wasn't in range, but... I mean, we could throw, could put Marth in there, but I don't think it's gonna work. Are we... No, we cannot afford to lose our Archer. What did I do to get myself into this mess? This is so stupid, man. Why did I make this decision? Why do I keep making such dumb decisions? And the stupidest accidental decisions, this is true. But you know what? It's not Gordon, and Gordon is the one who has a steel bow, so we'll still win. Get a void bonus if one's... Well, I'm not so worried. They're just gonna ignore Capture, that's the problem. He's gonna go for Ryan and kill you. So yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. He's just gonna go for it, like, he's gonna get Ryan. If he didn't double, that'd be nice, but he's see? Maybe if he misses, he's not gonna miss. He's not freaking missing this. Yeah, unfortunately. I have to update the death counter even more now. Well, hopefully after chapter 2, this won't be a thing for a while. Because this is just a really stupid chapter. Like, I hate that I made that one move. Because I could have easily just done this with 0 deaths. That's true, there are a lot of bullies in this game. Alright, come on, kill him. Almost a kill. Not quite, though. Okay, we can do a trade chain to get the steel bow onto this guy. He's got 5 skill and you've got, what? 7. So there's a chance you could miss, but... Okay. Idea. We're gonna trade. Shouldn't have picked up a bow. Really shouldn't have. Alright, let's go. Don't come back. No one likes you. Had a rider. We took the rider. I like the way that they abbreviate names in this game. Why do they play the sad music? Like, this guy doesn't deserve sad music. This guy doesn't deserve sad music for dying. Did nothing to deserve pity or mourning. Has lost his prince. You know what? We could get some EXP for Militia. Honestly, I would rather have Ryan and Aaron dead. Why is wait the first thing? Like, yes, game. I would rather wait than attack. Why is wait at the top of the list? It's so annoying. Alright, let's get her a level. Give her a level. Strength, speed, okay, alright. Strength, by the way, is magic, so she effectively heals more now, which is good. Well, 30% like Lowen. I mean, he's got decent bases. Acting like he's one of the former allies or something. Yeah, it's like, no, you're not. Ryan's world, yeah. Wait, what joke? What joke was made? Can you solo and solo with Rose and Maggie? At first I didn't get that. I saw that, but I was like, I don't understand. I was like, oh, the freaking brigands. The brigand bosses. She punches harder with her staff. If this was Radiant Dawn, that would be true. Alright, there we go. Sorry, we found a familiar face who is being held captive in this fort, though I haven't the faintest idea why. I share your sentiment, Jagan. Lind, what in the world are you doing in Macedon of all places? You know, it would have been nice to have Lind for this, since she would actually be able to hit the Wyvern's non-existent res stat. Looking for you, of course, but with how much it's been moving around lately, I'm sure it hasn't been easy. I heard you were heading for Macedon next, so I came to try and head you off. Thought the soldiers would have helped me find you, but I didn't realize the coup would have happened until it was too late. They tricked me and threw me into the dungeon here, so thanks for saving me. Again. We'll speak no more of it. I'm just glad you're alright. Coming out here all by yourself was certainly dangerous, but last I heard, you were living under Nina's protection in the capital. You partook in the royal court, even. Could possibly spur you to make such a trek all alone. Has something happened? You might say that. Princess Nina had something she wanted delivered to you, but she wanted it done in secret. Here. What? But this is the Fire Emblem. It's one of the royal family's most treasured possessions. Why must you give this to me now? Arcanea, all countries are surely prospering under Harden's rule, no? Surely. In this time of peace, surely there is no need for such a symbol of war. What could Nina be thinking? I wish I knew, but she wouldn't tell me anything other than to give it to you. But her eyes were so sad, or so red. Well, they could be both. As if she'd been wallowing in tears for... Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they could just be both. Nina, if only I could return to the capital now. Her and Harden both. I wish I could see them right now. Lind, I still have to finish quelling the rebellion here, but once that's done, we're going straight to the capital. Would you be willing to fight with us once again? I don't want you going off alone again, if nothing else. Of course, I'm always happy to lend you some strength, Prince Marth. Now let's get moving. So we got the emblem, not the fire. We'll just get the emblem. Alright, let's catch up on chat. What do we have here? I love the Blockhead Brothers. I'm glad they're reoccurring non-gay. Get it now too. It's the Priggins, yeah. Yeah, Lind is like the best unit in the game. Okay, maybe not the best unit, but she's up there. She's like top 3 units in the game. Because she can use Nosferatu and the Kago version of Nosferatu, which actually isn't half damage. It's not like half the damage you do is healed. It's all the damage. So if you do 10 damage, you heal 10 damage. If you do 20 damage, you heal 20 damage. So it's really good in this game. It's definitely worth hammering. Why is this teenage girl participating in court? That's a good question. Despite its status as one of the strongest of the 7 kingdoms, Macedon's founding was relatively recent. As late as a century ago, the lands that compromised Macedon were instead under the domain of the Dolar Empire. The Earth Dragons ruled much of the continent with an iron fist, but Macedon served a much more specific purpose among their holdings. Here's a destination for a human slave to forge this wild, rocky frontier into yet another monument of cruelty. But while paving this way for a new country was already a tall order, Dolar's working conditions made it impossible. Many died from starvation, those that didn't whipped into submission or outright killed as an example to the others. After all, what value would dragons have for human lives, whose rate of reproduction was 100 times their own? But in the midst of this daily thing, renowned as one of the 3 heroes of the War of Liberation, his name is Iot, and he has a shield. He led his fellow slaves as a daring escape, fleeing into the forest they had yet to clear. Within these forests lived wild wyverns who were none too keen about Dolar's attempts to raise their homes. Iot tamed these beasts and then set about freeing the rest of the slaves in the area, coming to amass a veritable army soon enough. His band of flying soldiers, the Dragoons as they became known, were instrumental in the fall of the Dolar Empire. Thus, Iot and his army claimed the land they cleared as their own and established the new kingdom of Macedon. Iot was hailed as a hero and named its first king. The wild wyverns remained as their companions, and the 2 species continued to live and work together. With its natural resources and powerful flying legions, Iot's new country became well respected and feared in almost equal nature. Yeah, the thing is, the way I do death counter is that I don't have the portraits right now, so I have to do it after stream. For the next part, I'll have them updated. That's a thing. And yet, while Macedon was poised to maintain its reputation under the leadership of Prince Michaelis, said to be Iot's second coming, such prospects crumbled in their alliance still. Wow, this... I know that Meng said this is very wordy, but it really is. Like, it just keeps yapping on and on and on. It's like, there's probably a better way to do this. Like, I'm not gonna finish reading all that. That's a lot to read. On the death counter? Doesn't get at me. Yeah, it doesn't. Macho Textile Woman Riders. There we go. I don't know why they're all deselected. I know some people will deselect all their units at the beginning of the map. I personally hate it. I just don't think it's enjoyable. And we have 2 slots that we can't use. But, I mean, it's okay. Too long, didn't read. My favorite chapter. No one likes this chapter. Well, I could poll if you get Mathis or not. Why would I do a poll on that? Wait, how do you get Mathis? How do you get Mathis? I don't remember how do you get Mathis. Is it just Martha talks to him? Because obviously Lena can't. Oh right, don't you get Julian? You get Julian in this map. That makes more sense. Yeah, I think you get Julian. I don't know if I want to do this map today or hold it off. Yeah, you get Julian. That makes a lot more sense. Do we have any weapons we can give to Luke? I don't think so. Well, I'm probably not going to be using Roderick much. Well, actually, you have a Rider's Bane. I'm not sure how much use I'd get out of it, but... Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, I need a refresher on that. Yeah, you need your bow back, don't you? I'll actually give you 2, I think. No. I mean... I don't know. I don't see why we do a poll on that. It seems kind of silly. So this map for next time? Really? Okay. I mean, it would be a bit of a shorter stream, but I don't know. I guess I'll... You know, we could pull that. We could pull that. Can I make a poll right here? Yeah, let's start a poll. Do chapter 3 today? Or wait till next... wait till Monday. There. There's 10 of you here, so we'll see what people vote. Because this is a bit of a longer chapter. Of course, even if we end today... right now, we still have some memes to look at. So let's see. I don't know how many votes there are right now, but I am seeing 4 votes for no. Okay, that's pretty decisive, I would say. Let's almost have chat just saying no. We do have 1 yes. Actually, no. Yeah, I think we have 1 yes, because there's 6 votes in. I don't think necessarily every single one here is going to vote, but I would assume once we have like 7 or 8 votes, I mean, look, it's 6 votes and it's overwhelmingly no. I think we can probably just say, yeah, it's probably a wrap for today, I would imagine. I might consider maybe having like a minor speed up for future FE3 streams, because the game, like I said, does run a bit slower. So I might consider that. I don't know. That's one of the issues I have with the older games. Besides Thracia, they all run a lot slower than what we're used to with some of the newer games. Even like the GBA games, they run a lot faster. It's your first time creating a poll? I might have... I actually don't know. I don't think I usually create polls, but it's not that hard to do. I am a no voter. Well, I'd be more curious to see who the yes voter is. Because that person... Oh, there's 2 votes for yes. I don't think they're winning, though. I think it's mathematically impossible with the amount of people we have. Yeah, we have 10 viewers right now. It is mathematically impossible to win, I think. With 2 versus 5, you would need another 3 people to vote. Okay, actually, it's starting to catch up. Weirdly enough, it is starting to catch up. But they would need the other 2 people to vote yes, and even then it would be a tie. So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that those 3 yes voters are here. But actually, no, it's not. Is it 3? No, it'd be 2. Sorry, my math's wrong. It's okay. It's now 33% to 67%. Wow. Whoever keeps voting is like, no, we gotta win this poll. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because it's still 3 against 6 votes. It was a valiant attempt, but I don't think it's gonna work. Because there's what, like I said, there's 10 viewers right now. Yeah, 1 vote wouldn't even get you to a tie. Because it'd mean it'd be 4 against 6. So yeah, no, it wouldn't work. Wouldn't work, I'm afraid. So yeah, I'm sorry to the yes votes, but yeah, you got outvoted by 2 times. So yeah, we're gonna go do memes. Let's see here. We got a few memes. Guru King did send us a meme, which is not that common for him to send a meme, but okay, okay, that's clever. I didn't think about that. Give me a sec. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I like this. I don't understand it, but it is funny. I like this. Sid is more cancerous than Aaron's cancer. More cancerous than Aaron's cancer. That's impressive. Yeah, I don't hate it as much as a lot of people do, because it's more just like it just kind of long drawn out, but it's not really hard. Like, considering the fact that you could instead have another Wyvern Fest, I'll take this any day over a Wyvern Fest. Like, when the game is trying to be nasty, I would rather have this instead. Maybe people will disagree with me on that, but at least this map isn't hard. It's just kind of annoying. Who are the other 2? I guess maybe Rizu is one of them. Oh, you were one of the yes voters. Well, sorry about that, Mario. Yeah, I am curious who the other 2 yes voters are. Okay, so this is Gordo King's meme. What does it say? My Iron Man is like Harden, and yeah, we're just playing against each other. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so next meme. These are Rizu's memes. Let's see what they are. Rizu, Chapter 3. Why does Rizu disappear in Chapter 3? I still don't understand. Why does Rizu disappear in Chapter 3? Well, what did he mean by this? I'll take this member of the last chapter of this room. Like, I'm not defending this map. It's a pretty poorly designed map. I mean, FA3 is notorious for just having bad maps, but yeah. Okay, now we have 10 votes in, so it is 30 to 70%. Yeah, still not enough, I'm afraid. But I guess that's everyone here that's voted then. Actually, no, there's 11 viewers now. So, well, sorry to the 11th viewer. You caught us at the, kind of the tail end of the stream. Hate Chapter 3, hate that map. About to go through his own Persona 4 moment for this Iron Man. I love this. We like Persona 4 here, so that's a good joke. It's a good reference. I like that. We do like Persona 4 around here. Alright, let's see. Meme 35. No, not 35. Meme 3 of the stream. Talked about Chapter 3 sucks. Chapter 2 is worse. Yeah, honestly, Chapter 2 is way worse. Kill unit, heal mode. I love this. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely did not think he was just gonna go on heal mode. I was considering the options that there would be, and heal mode was not heal mode was not what I was expecting. We like Persona so long as there's no 5 after it, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about heal mode. I entirely forgot about that. You never know when heal mode is just going to activate when an enemy's low on health. Sometimes heal mode saves lives. Ironically, not the ones it intends to save. But yeah, I would say this is some good memes. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure we go save. I don't know why I said it like that. We're gonna go save. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go save.
We gotta make sure. I'm not used to selecting units, but yeah, we have our units selected. Because we do get some units this map. We get, what's her face? We get Lind, right? Yeah, we get Lind, who's force deployed. She's a really good unit. She may be like the best unit in the game. Or one of the best, I should say. We also got Paula, who probably is the best unit in the game. Objectively, probably the objective best unit in FE3. So anyone who's a Paula fan, all Persona good is good except Revelations. I haven't played Revelations, although it is my favorite Fire Emblem game. Wyvern did a coin flip. Wait, that wasn't a guaranteed thing? Huh. I didn't know that. But I was gonna say is Lind are very good. Katri is good. Paula probably solos the game. Lind with Nosferatu could probably solo the game. Once she gets some levels going. Yeah, if her magic starts to get going, she becomes really good. Just Persona 1, but given the worst possible localization ever. Okay, then fair enough, I suppose. I don't know who's gonna use the Rider's Bane. I don't know. We'll figure something out, I suppose. But yeah, this map isn't too hard. We're kind of low on heals. I don't know when we get our next heal staff. Hopefully soon. I would imagine in the next chapter at latest. I actually don't remember what chapter 4 is. What is chapter 4? I think I remember chapter 5, but I don't remember chapter 4. What is chapter 4 anyway? What in the world is chapter 4? That's not good when I don't even remember certain maps in this game. It's not really good, is it? I'm trying to jog my memory. Oh no, chapter 4 is the one with that's the one with the kids. Okay, no, I remember. Chapter 4 is pretty easy. True best Pegasus. My favorite Arcaneer flyer though. Michaelis and Minerva will always be my goats. That's fair, I suppose. I never really got the appeal because, like, in FE1, Minerva is really good, but in the remakes and stuff like that, her stats just do not scale well, in my opinion. So you get Ogma Caster. Yeah, those are good. Those are good units. It makes you forget the rest of the game. What is it, chapter 4? The less we have to talk about Mark, the better. There's 20% strength growth. She likes the two. Wait, is her growth really that low? Her growth is not that low. There's no way it's that low. Is it really? I thought the thing about Lynn was that, like, her base really sucks, but her growth is actually pretty good. That or I just got a really blessed Lind last time. I might have just gotten a really blessed Lind, honestly. The first time I played FE3, which was the last time I played it, she was absurdly magic blessed. I think she capped her magic pretty early on, if anything. And I don't remember giving her scrolls. Or not scrolls, this isn't Thracia. I don't remember giving her the spheres. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I did, and I forgot about that. What if this character you like was suddenly African? I think that would give Camaro an aneurysm. But anyway, so tomorrow I'm gonna start another series. And it's gonna be, like I've said, and maybe you weren't around at the time, but I was gonna start out Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I do have it. I should be able to make it work. So yeah, that's gonna be my alternating series. It's 20%. I won't lie to you. Oh yeah, I don't think you're gonna lie to me, but I'm just saying, like, I swear I was higher than that. Like, it's more of like a wait, was I really remembering wrong? That's more of what it is. It's not I'm saying that I think you're lying, but Spirit Tracks. Well, I don't have a Spirit Tracks copy, unfortunately. So, I wouldn't be able to do that. But I could do Phantom Hourglass. Honestly, I do think I probably prefer Spirit Tracks. Close enough. But, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do, so.
Fun. Good luck on the Sea Temple. I mean, I've played the game several times before, so I know what I'm doing. Alright, see you guys later. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I will say, for FE3, I probably won't be getting as many maps done because it runs slower. That's why I am debating just like setting the emulator settings to be a bit higher. But I don't know. I don't know how people will feel about that. The problem is it also makes misclicking more likely, which is also not good. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. The goal is hopefully to get like 2 maps done per stream, at least. But anyway, yeah. See you guys tomorrow or Monday, whichever.